Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over! The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup!
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Ontario, it is Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins come north of the border, hoping to build off their win on Saturday, taking on the Ottawa Senators in a division matchup. Great to have you with us, and great to see my partner back with us, Bob Beers, alongside. I'm Ryan Johnston.
Yeah, thanks to Kenny. I know he did a great job, but good to be back, definitely.
Tonight's storylines brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. On Saturday afternoon, Bruins up against a 6-game losing streak and up against the Colorado Avalanche team that had yet to lose a game in regulation this season. Avalanche strike first early in that game, controlled much of the first period before Victor Arvidsson and Mikey Eyssimont scored back-to-back goals just 39 seconds apart, gave the Bruins a lead that they would not surrender. Head coach Marco Sturm said afterwards that first goal was a turning point for his team's psyche.
Yeah, no, the goal obviously helps. You could see we couldn't even made a pass a couple times. It just, it was to that point, I would say it was a fragile group a little bit. We were nervous playing against a good team and also lost 6 in a row. So that's, it's hurt. Guys tried, but we're all humans and my players too. And, we probably needed a goal like this just to loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah, credit to them for sticking with it. It certainly wasn't perfect early on in that game. Jeremy Swayman was excellent when he needed to be. And all the talk coming after Thursday's game is how embarrassed they were and how they wanted to play a better game, a better structured game. Not easily done against a team like Colorado, who's as explosive as they can be. But they hung in there. They got the saves when they needed to, enough to find their game. They got a big goal, a bit of a fluky goal, but a hard-working goal. Lori fans on a shot, and it ends up right on the stick of Arvidsson, or eventually on the stick of Arvidsson, and he's able to put it home. So that kind of gets them going. A misplay by one of their defensemen gets a 2-on-1, and it was a well-executed 2-on-1 between Eyssimont and Jeannot. Nice pass by Jeannot. Now it's 2-1. You get that third goal by Geekie, who's found his stride here recently, back to his, what we got used to last year. 6 goals now in 10 games. That's a nice pace to be on, even after a really tough first couple of games for him. So, the good things happening for the Bruins in that game. They gave up one late, but they stuck with it. And you could see the structure kind of come back to their game. It's still a work in progress in my mind, but certainly, some of the video sessions, some of the lengthy video sessions that they've been through, starting to pay off, where they're not thinking as much as just doing. And it becomes second nature, especially inside their D zone. That part has to be better. And Colorado, when they got moving as much as they do in that offensive zone, it gave the Bruins some fits. And I think you're going to see something similar here with Ottawa. Ottawa's a good offensive team. They put up 7 the other day against Washington Capitals, so they can certainly put numbers up even without Brady Tkachuk in their lineup.
Well, not only on Saturday did the Bruins shed the monkey off their back by ending their losing streak, but Victor Arvidsson got his first goal as a Bruin, celebrated by tossing the invisible monkey off of his back. Admitted after the game it was a relief to finally see one go in.
A little bit. I thought our line was playing good in the last 3 or 4 games and been creating and scoring. Just haven't been me who has had the last touch, so it was nice to have it today.
Yeah, look, Marco Sturm likes this guy. I mean, you had him in Los Angeles, so he kind of knows him as a player, as a person. He's in his corner. But Arvidsson, I think him and that, we'll even call it the whole second line. They needed to be a little bit better, and they have been. The last 3 games, they've been better. I mean, Middlestad's been putting points up. Arvidsson gets a goal. I had an assist the other day. Zaka's been putting points up, playing in the middle of the ice. So, that line has been more valuable for the Bruins than maybe they were early on in that road trip when they were struggling to find their game as a unit. I know that, they've switched, line mates and switched how they've doled out. Middlestad was in the middle for a little while. Now Zaka's been in the middle. So a little bit different for them, but they all just had to play better, especially Arvidsson and Middlestad. And now they've started to. And Arvidsson can be a valuable piece. Can he play a whole season as a top 6 role, and or is he slotted better somewhere else? And that still remains to be seen. We're still very early in the season, only 10 games in, but he's a guy that we've seen flashes of it, and for a guy that's used to being able to put the puck in the net a little bit, having that one go in for him is big, because he's had some chances, he's had some looks, and hasn't been able to finish them. But you get that one, and all of a sudden, just like you said, the monkey off his back, and he made that motion to get the monkey off the back. That you hope that kind of opens the floodgates a little bit more for him.
And to your point about the line, Middlestat healthy scratch last Sunday in Utah. He's come back with 4 points in the last 3 games. He's not going to be. He is what he is, but he has to be good at what he is. If that makes any sense, he's not. He's not going to be a guy that wins all of his battles. He's not going to be a physical guy, but he has to be somebody that can drive some offense and drive some offensive chances. So you take that as his biggest plus, biggest asset. Move his feet, make plays offensively, be adequate defensively. He has to do that. If he's not doing that, he's not doing the other things that maybe a grinder would do for you. So, and that's fine. That's what he is. But he's got to drive that offense a little bit more than he was. Morgan Geekie, you mentioned he's started to find his game, extended the Bruins lead late in the second period on Saturday, racing to beat an icing, surprised goalie Scott Wedgwood with a wraparound chance, just under 5 seconds left in the period. Told us afterward he was just doing what he's always taught to do, play to the horn.
We were kind of preaching that yesterday in practice, just get back to our game. Mason made a great play getting the puck up to Dave, and just kind of push the pace and get behind their D, and good things will happen. I think you saw that in that goal.
Yeah, get in there quickly. Manson was fooled a little bit. He went the other side of the net. The goaltender moved to the other side of the net, and Geekie alertly just wrapped that puck in on we'll call it the short side, on his forehand. So scoring some goals in some different ways, that's a good sign for him as well. During that road trip, there was no question, especially, you look at that game against Utah, that's the one that stood out for me the most, and how he was really squeezing the stick, trying to get his game back. And now back, last couple of games, on the score sheet, seems to be doing the right things offensively, and it took one good one, and now all of a sudden it starts to fall for him. And if him and Pasternak have some of that chemistry back that they formed last year, they're going to be so potent offensively, and they were last season, and now they've started to pick it up. Well, Pasternak's been there, most of the games so far this year, but now you get the two of them working together along with Lindholm on that top line. They broke that line up for a little while. They put Geekie on a second line. They moved some people around trying to find something until he could find his game. Right. Now it looks like he's found his game offensively.
Yeah, for Geekie, 4 goals in the last 3 games. Meanwhile, Saturday's win, first since the season opening 3-game win streak for Marco Sturm's team. He says it should help their confidence coming into tonight, but they can't afford to let up.
Yeah, hopefully. Usually wins, helps a little bit. But again, we're just on their way, I would say. Are we there yet? No, but I think guys feeling more and more comfortable with it. And yeah, I explained last time to one of the players is, it's the same thing happened on the power play, right? We were working on. I think the power play now, I think they get it. Are we there yet? No, but you're a little bit ahead of the power play than we are 5-on-5 right now. We just have to, you got to stick with it. Unfortunately, there's no practice times in this league anymore, so we have to teach a little bit differently. And but yeah, no, I feel very comfortable moving forward that these guys, it's just a matter of time, and hopefully so.
Yeah, I think with the Bruins, Ryan, they've put themselves behind a few times this season and had to play catch up too many times. There's still things that you look at, the trends that set in. We're 10 games in now, so the trends, they're in every game, but finding ways to not come out with points. Some of these 6 losses, they should have points in at least a couple of them, at least 1 point in probably 3 of them. And they kind of find ways to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. Playing from behind, allowing goals right after they score. Anaheim was a great example of that. They tie the game up. They battle to tie the game up, and then they allow 2 goals, and they lose by, they lose 7-5. One was empty net. But they're in all of these games. Now they've got to find a way to get over the hump. And part of the reason they're in all of these games is because your goaltending is giving you an opportunity. Korpisalo's numbers don't look great, but he's been pretty good. He's been what a backup goaltender should be. And Swayman's been excellent. His numbers are what they are, and they're good numbers right now. And that was allowing 6 goals against Vegas. And Marco Sturm said he was the lone bright spot against Vegas. So, well, not lone. He liked the bottom 2 lines, but he his numbers are good. He's given him a chance to win every game, and that says a lot about where his game is at right now and how much the rest of the team needs to improve on a consistent basis, not just do it one night against Colorado.
Well, speaking of Swayman, he got the win on Saturday. 31 out of 33 shots that he stopped. Heavy pressure against him, particularly in that first period. And Sturm says Swayman has been doing the job.
Yeah, no, every game he played so far, he was outstanding. And he gives us a really good chance to win a hockey game. And that's where we're looking for today again. But no, he's been one of our best players, and we need him through stretches like that and transition like that. And now he's been great.
Sturm is going to bring Swayman right back tonight. He'll get the start here against the Ottawa Senators. Other lineup notes: Hampus Lindholm placed on injured reserve yesterday. Made room for the call-up of defenseman Jonathan Aspero from Providence. He's not expected to skate tonight. Lindholm still dealing with that lower body injury, would be eligible to come off IR as soon as he is ready to play. Murat Husnudinov will get back into the lineup this evening for the Bruins. Here's what's on deck, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. We will go around the NHL, including plenty of teams working overtime.
Up the ice, it's Hagel with Kucherov. Hagel, Kucherov, scores!
Bob will chat with Marco Sturm about tonight's matchup.
They're going to have some motion, maybe not as much from all the D, but they have skill up front. So for us, we got to make sure we're going to close. We don't give them that motion.
And up next, we'll preview today's opponent, the Ottawa Senators, here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
He roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Cousins and a blocker save that time from Lindgren.
Oh, there's interference there from McElrath.
Back out to center now. Dubois to the line, loses the puck. Sent ahead, here's a break, busting in. Cousins, backhand, scores! Oh. Nick Cousins makes it 4-0 Ottawa.
Back here in Ottawa, where the Senators are coming off a season that saw them make the playoffs for the first time in 7 years. Expectations this year obviously heightened. And early on in the season, they lose Captain Brady Tkachuk for 6 to 8 weeks. Hadn't needed thumb surgery after being injured in the third game of this year. But they've gone 3-1-1 over their last 5 games, including a 7-1 victory over the Capitals down in Washington on Saturday. Head coach Travis Green's team defense has allowed just 2 goals total in their last 2 games.
That's been solid. We've been talking a lot about defending and playing checking game and checking for your chances, and I thought, tonight was a good example of that.
They allowed 13 shots against the Capitals. Now, was that 13 shots the entire game? Was that Ottawa playing really strong defensively? Because they struggled early in the season. It's still early in the season, but their first handful of games, they really struggled defensively. The last couple, they've tightened it up. We're not going to see Linus Ullmark, by the way, today. Right. Very interesting the way they're doing it load management-wise with Ullmark. They actually called a goaltender up to back up here today. Ullmark's going to play tomorrow in Chicago against the Blackhawks. So not playing him today in a divisional game, but playing him tomorrow in Chicago. Found that interesting, a little bit peculiar, but and not even dressing. So, but Ottawa's kind of found their game defensively. They have been better, and probably a combination of that and Washington just having an off day, really. And we'll see where the truth lies here today, and how the Bruins can try to get to this defensive, to get to them on the defensive side of the puck. A lot talked about the Bruins having to be better defensively as a unit. Ottawa Senators were preaching that here after the first handful of games, and they seem to have gotten to that point now.
Well, Shane Pinto leading the team, tied for the league lead with 8 goals. Dylan Cousins has gotten off to a good start at 3-point game on Saturday. He's got 9 points in 9 games. Nick Cousins, no relation, different spelling, says the last few games have been more like how the Senators want to play this season.
Yeah, we're making progress. I think, we're playing stingy defensively, and, we're not giving up, grade A chances, like more so how we played last year. I thought, we're not cheating the game. Everybody's underneath pucks, stopping on pucks, blocking shots with a minute left when it's 7-1. Just good habits all around, and it leads to good offense. And, you saw tonight we scored 7, but I thought defensively and just reloading above the puck, every line kind of playing the same way, and that's kind of our style.
Yeah, 2 different players, 2 different spellings of the name Cousins. The offensive guy is Dylan Cousins, who had a tough start defensively, but is straightening things out a little bit here recently. He's got the 9 points in 9 games. Nick Cousins is more of a disturber, get in your face, flop around a little bit, try to draw penalties, that type of thing. But somebody that can be valuable for you. Ottawa spreads it out, so they put Nick Cousins up on we'll call it the top line. There's better players, offensive players that could play there, but they've really spread out their top 3 lines in terms of where they play them, and it's going to be a challenge for the Bruins defensively today, especially because they don't have last change, trying to get the matchups that they want. And that's part of the reason that the Bruins have switched their defensive pairs around. Last game, Zadorov, McAvoy mostly played together. That's because it was a home game. They could slot in against, McKinnon's line. And today, because they're on the road, they'll split those 2 up. Zadorov will play with Peak. McAvoy will play with Lohrei. That leaves Callahan and Yoki Haru as the third pair. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get those matchups that you want. But Ottawa really tries to spread it around with those top 3 lines. Who will see the majority of the ice time.
I want to go back to what you mentioned a moment ago about Linus Ullmark not dressing tonight for Ottawa. It'll be Levi Marilainen who gets the start in goal. It'll be his second appearance of the year at the NHL level.
Not very good, his first one.
No, he gave up 7 goals to Buffalo in his only other outing. Young up-and-coming goaltender in this organization. I think they looking at him to be part of their future here. But Ullmark, as you mentioned, not even dressing tonight in a division game.
I'm shocked. Against his old team, division game. I know you got back-to-back. Well, let Marilainen play tomorrow.
Right.
I'm really surprised at it. They know their team better than I do. I mean, Travis Green, I actually saw him this morning, talked to him for a couple minutes, but we didn't get into the goaltending situation. But I was finishing up the interview with Marco Sturm, and Greeny was walking by. They were teammates with the Bruins way back when. I played with Greeny in Long Island, so really good guy. Happy for him that they made the playoffs last year, but an odd decision, I think, coming into this game.
Ullmark has been ridden hard already this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he started 8 of their first 9 games.
When he was the number 1 guy in Buffalo before he came to the Bruins, he had a history of some injuries that kept him out of a lot of games. He was good when he played, but he had a history of injuries. So they're trying to really manage his workload. But like we said, for those reasons, because it's a divisional game, you're on home ice, and it's against his old team, maybe a little extra motivation. not starting tonight and not even dressing is really strange.
Could be playing against his old buddy Jeremy Swayman tonight. Instead, he'll be watching from the press box like us. Well, coming up, we will get a check of the Sports Hub headlines, and we'll be back to take a look around the NHL on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice and parquet. Tune into the Bruins and Celtics radio network every home game to hear this date in history restored by Blue Sky. Visit goblusky.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. For over 37 years, College Hype has been Boston's go-to for high-quality custom apparel. From screen printing to embroidery, they do it all. In-house with unmatched craftsmanship and lightning-fast turnaround. They're your one-stop shop for all your custom apparel. Whether it's for your school, business, or big event, they bring your brand to life with gear that stands out and lasts. Visit collegehype.com to see what the hype is all about. That's collegehype.com. College Hype, making a difference, one t-shirt at a time.
If your pet needs care, but your vet is closed and you don't want a long wait at the ER, then Veterinary Urgent Care Center is here for your pet's urgent needs. With 8 locations in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, VUCC is open 7 days a week and welcomes walk-ins daily. Book an appointment at veturgentcare.com or walk into any of VUCC's locations in Braintree, Dedham, East Providence, Easton, Narragansett, Plymouth, Saugus, and Worcester. Compassionate, convenient, high-quality care when you and your pet need it most. Veterinary Urgent Care Center. Urgent care for your pet's urgent needs.
Sports fans and collectors, the Greater Boston Sports Collectors Show is back October 31st through November 2nd at Shriners Auditorium in Wilmington. Meet sports legends Irving Fryer, Tim Thomas, Ellis Burks, and more. Plus, over 300 sports memorabilia tables. For details, go to gbscconvention.com.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Celtics continue their road trip tonight in New Orleans. They're off a loss to Detroit. Jaylen Brown is active. He had 41 points in the performance. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Patriots now 6-2 after their 32-13 win over the Browns. They go for 6 in a row when they host Atlanta on Sunday. Monday Night Football features Washington at Kansas City. Marcus Mariota will be at quarterback for Washington, in for Jaden Daniels. And Game 3 of the World Series is tonight. It's tied at 1 between the Dodgers and Blue Jays. First pitch from L.A. at 8 p.m. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline is an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next draft or oil change. And Valvoline is an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Hey, it's Zell, and I'm pumped to get our football team back to their winning ways, and our coach knows it starts with being prepared and a winning playbook. And when it comes to technology, nobody prepares your company for the future better than my friends at Oakers Technologies. Because for over 100 years, the Oakers playbook has been unstoppable, and I'm talking about full IT, infrastructure rebuilds, to your everyday AV upgrades. That's what it means to be future ready. Be sure to tune in all season long to hear from our coach during his weekly and post-game press conferences powered by Oakers, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
Back in Ottawa, as the Bruins get ready to take on the Senators, we take a look around the NHL. There's only one other game tonight, and they're already in progress. The Penguins jumped out to an early 2-1 lead over St. Louis.
Here's another 2-on-1. Here they come in. It's Malkin this time right in the middle. Malkin centers, tap in, goal, Mantha. He scores. 2 goals in the first 55 seconds of the hockey game.
Yeah, something is off right now with the St. Louis Blues. They're off to a bit of a slow start based on the way that they finished the season last year just to get into the playoffs. Pittsburgh was the team that everybody expected to just kind of fall apart this year. Malkin's off to a fantastic start for the Penguins. Crosby's doing Crosby things, and Pittsburgh Penguins, one of the bigger surprises in the NHL so far, off to an early 2-0 lead.
And Justin Brazo's off to a great start as well.
Yeah, he's got the 5 goals. He cooled off the last couple games, but he has got those 5 goals playing with Malkin.
9 points in 9 games for him. Take a look at some of the action from last night. Lots of overtime, including Jack Hughes and the Devils winning their 8th in a row over Colorado.
Here we go. Here's Nemitz in front for Jack. Takes his time. Shot scored! Jack Hughes misses the opportunity first time, not the second. It's an overtime game winner.
Yeah, Hughes had 3 points in that game, including the game winner in overtime. He's got 8 goals on the season now, which ties him for the league lead. And the New Jersey Devils, as you said, Ryan, have won 8 in a row after dropping their first game of the season.
Nikita Kucherov did the honors in overtime for the Lightning as they beat Vegas 2-1.
And here comes the first chance. Up the ice, it's Hagel with Kucherov. Kucherov, Hagel, Kucherov, scores! Nikita Kucherov with a lightning strike in overtime. And the Bolts win it.
Yeah, overtime winner. He reached 1,000 points the other day, and now gets the overtime winner here for the Tampa Bay Lightning last night.
Macklin Celebrini gave San Jose their second win of the season in overtime over the Wild.
Taking it back to Celebrini. He's the new guy. He's got a semi-breakaway. Here's Celebrini. He scores! Macklin Celebrini just won it for the Sharks in overtime. Oh, my goodness, what a finish. The Sharks get a 6-5 victory.
Yeah, off to a terrific start. Celebrini is. They're a good offensive team. They're trying to tighten it up a little bit defensively, but Celebrini, 3 points in the game. Michael Misa, first NHL goal for him.
Won't run the highlight, but we should mention Utah Mammoth won their 7th in a row yesterday, 3-2 over Winnipeg.
Team. Fun team to watch.
That'll do it for our look around the NHL. Bruins head coach Marco Sturm joins us next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Football season is here, and so are risks that could sideline your business. Protect your playbook with Concord Group Insurance. Talk to your independent agent today.
Veterinary Urgent Care Center has 8 locations in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, offering compassionate, convenient, high-quality care 7 days a week. Walk in or book an appointment at veturgentcare.com.
When you own your own business, you own every decision. Catch the red eye or take the 6 a.m.
Make a new hire or promote internally.
Celebrate a win with the toast at the gate or unwind at the lounge.
Big props to this team.
Some decisions are a win-win. Like earning 8 times points on Chase Travel. Introducing Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business. With $2,500 in annual value, it's the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mike Felger here at Liberty Chevy in Wakefield. And whoa, John, didn't you get the memo?
Like I thought everybody was dressing up for Halloween.
but am I really dressed up?
All right, I like it. I think people are going to like your deals even more, though. You've got aggressively low payments, 3 free oil changes, plus a wicked lot of money on your trade-in.
Lease a new Equinox for $195 a month or a new Chevy Silverado for $269 a month, plus 0 down options available.
No trick, just treat. Do you have any candy?
I actually do.
All right.
Come see my friend John Anzalone and his team at Liberty Chevy in Wakefield. Together, let's drive.
The wait is over, Massachusetts. Welcome to DBAT Metro South, your brand new home for baseball and softball. With over 200 locations nationwide, DBAT brings pro-style batting cages, hit tracks technology, and world-class instruction to the greater Boston area. Here, every swing, every rep, every lesson makes you better, rain or shine, all year long. DBAT's instructors teach, build confidence, and love for the game. Join the Founders Club for exclusive early member savings, perks, and prizes. So visit dbatmetrosouth.com and follow them on social. Train like the pros at DBAT Metro South.
Cut your energy bills without sacrificing comfort. Upgrade your home with Bruin Remodeling and their energy-efficient windows, providing superior insulation and comfort. They offer free estimates with no obligation. Plus, when you tell them Big Jim sent you, they'll give you up to 20% off your project. Visit BruinRemodeling.com to schedule your in-home estimate.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Marco, as you get set here to take on the Ottawa Senators, just watching like this morning's practice, the morning skate, I know there's no practice time, so you did a little bit of a walkthrough, that first drill that you did. Just kind of take us through that, coming back into the zone and how you want to situate your players.
Yeah, no, we still, again, like you said, we don't practice a lot, so we got to try not showing it on video all the time. I think it's very important to kind of to do those almost a dummy walkthrough on the ice, so guys get it, and we just gotta do it over and over again because it's so important. I can tell you guys getting more and more. Forget about the wins and losses. They're getting a little bit more comfortable. It's just, you just got to do it over and over. And I think that's why even morning skate now, it changes this season because you're not skating anymore or practicing anymore. So you almost gotta do it on game day.
What kind of turned for you in that Colorado game defensively? Because I know they were pushing there early on in that game. Sway had a good start, but like what kind of change for you as it clicked for you?
Yeah, no, it's. I think staying calm. There were times, they're going to be a little bit of chaos in the zone because of their movement.
Yeah.
But other than that, when they do it for a while, you also have to stay calm a little bit, and he kind of that's what happened. That's why we end up blocking a lot of shots because of that. I think that was a good sign. Even on the bench, for me, that was a good sign too. Everyone was pretty good. And in the games before, there was a lot of highs and lows. You don't want to do that either. You want to kind of meet in the middle. And I think that's what happened last game. We knew it was a hard game. Doesn't matter which zone, but the guys were never too high, never too low. And that's exactly what we wanted.
Does Ottawa pose the same kind of issues for you when they're in the offensive zone? They just put up a big number there.
Yeah, they put up a big number. But, also they have... I put them more in... the Utah, maybe the Anaheim a little bit. They're going to have some motion, maybe not as much from all the D, but they have skill up front. So for us, we got to make sure we're going to close. We don't give them that motion. And again, this is something we've been working on it and every day.
Based on your pairs in the morning skate here today, still getting used to your style, especially on the road. Do you try to match up a little bit? Defense pair-wise against maybe some of their top lines?
Yeah, it's a little bit harder, and also, it's also tough having not Hampus around. Sometimes it gets a little harder. Last game we had Z with McAvoy. We kind of start like this today with Mason and McAvoy, but that could change in a hurry too. So we just gotta see how we feel. We thought last game it was a no-brainer because of McKinnon. Yeah. If you look at their lineup today, it's a little bit more spread out, I would say, the first three lines. So we have to adapt too. So if that makes sense.
I talked to you a couple of games ago about Geeks trying to, find his, not squeezing the stick so hard. He's put up some good numbers here recently. What have you seen from him that's kind of changed for the better?
Yeah, no, he kind of stuck with it. I mentioned it before. when he scored the first one, he didn't even know he scored, or he didn't believe he scored. Let's put it that way. On that open end on a 6-on-5 there when he tied it up. We were choking around that, usually when you score as a forward, all of a sudden, okay, you're 20 pounds lighter. And that's exactly what happened. And all of a sudden he feels more confident. There's no, he fanned on a few shots. That doesn't happen anymore. So all of a sudden that's what the goal scorer do. And they just have to feel comfortable. And I think that's right now. I think he's playing 5-on-5 really well, and he feels very comfortable in those zones.
Aside from the defensive side of the game, what has to happen here today to have success, aside from the defensive side?
No, I think our transition game got to be really good. We don't want to give up too much, but also when we have the puck, I think in our transition game, we're still working on it to play really fast and play in there. And, they don't want to play there. Yeah. So we got to spend much time we need in their end to have success.
Marco, we appreciate it. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Marco Sturm. Bruins and the Ottawa Senators are next.
Saturday afternoon against the Avalanche, the Bruins got just what the doctor ordered to snap a 6-game losing streak. Bruins get it out, though, and have some numbers coming up ice with Jeannot. Jeannot in front, score! Eyssimont! Pasternak will tip one forward, and Geekie will track it down behind the net, and scores! Morgan Geekie surprised Wedgwood, and it's 3-1 Bruins. Now they'll try to build off that momentum as they take a quick trip to Ottawa for Monday Night Hockey. The Bruins and the Senators are coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito, a shot. Oh, it's all bang! Cam Neely, wow. Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Geekie scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geekie.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by Catches Law.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop of the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score of a penalty trap for Raymond Bourque. David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're here in Ottawa tonight for the Bruins and the Senators. First of 4 meetings on the year. These two teams going to be very familiar with each other here over the next few weeks. In fact, all 4 of those meetings come before Christmas. Game 1 against the Senators. What's the biggest key for the Bruins tonight?
Well, I mean, you can pretty much say this any game that you play because the Bruins have preached it right from day one, and that's playing strong, structured defensively. Seems like they've been able to find some of their goal scoring. That's not been the problem for them. It's keeping it out of the net and making themselves hard to play against. Ottawa just put up 7 goals the other day, so being good in the D zones, first of all, starts in the neutral zone, but being good in the D zone, being a little stingy in some of those areas, making Ottawa work for their opportunities, and not giving them opportunities, especially with the man advantage. Even without Brady Tkachuk, their last game against the Washington Capitals, 3 power play goals in that game. So this is a potent offense led by Shane Pinto with 8 goals so far in the first 9 games of the season. That's tied for the league lead. These guys can put up some numbers offensively.
And as you mentioned earlier, they were kind of balanced offensively as well, up and down through
They balance their lines, yeah. Their top 3 lines, they can all put the puck in the net.
Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off coming up from Ottawa next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor, but try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
He roofs it, top shelf.
When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's is crafted in Austin and made for Boston. Every sip has a smooth finish that's always good on ice, just like the Bruins. Realize your top shelf goals and win the pregame and the rest of the game with Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans of Foxborough, are you ready to tackle cyber threats? IntraSystems, New England's leader in cybersecurity solutions, presents the ultimate defensive front against malware, phishing, and cyber blitzes with Barracuda's XDR solution. Barracuda's XDR solution is relentless, fast, and always keeping threats in check. Contact IntraSystems today to protect your business with the champions of cybersecurity. Remember, a good defense wins championships and keeps your data safe. Access Security Trust. IntraSystems.com.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Bruins here in Ottawa getting ready to take on the Senators tonight. And before we drop the puck on this one, we will have presentation of both the American and Canadian national anthems.
Vous l'avez retiré chapeau et casquette pour l'hymne national des États-Unis. Tonight's colors are presented by the RCMP. We also ask that in this great game, in the spirit that unites everyone, that you kindly respect the national anthems and the players that represent each country. Please remain standing for the Singing of O Canada by Anya Haynar. Veuillez rester debout pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national par Anya Haynar.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Except for the opening face-off between the Senators and the Bruins, we'll look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Ottawa, a bit of a surprise. Levi Marilainen will get the start. Artem Zub and Nicholas Montempalo on defense. Up front, Dylan Cousins, David Braun, Ridley Gregg. For the Bruins, they will counter with Jeremy Swayman in goal, Andrew Peak and Nikita Zadorov, your defensemen. Up front, Fraser Minton centering a line with Michael Asemont and Tanner Jeannot.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Will Shenog of Quincy, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the road white sweaters, white helmets, black pants. Ottawa in black helmets and pants, red sweaters with black numbers trimmed in gold. Boston will be going from right to left here in the first period offensively. as they stand in for the opening face-off, and the Senators will control that. Comes back into their zone, and Tyler Clevin plays it off the far wall into neutral ice. Turned over, and Peak hands to Zadorov. Near side board, Jeannot took a hit as he tried to move the puck against the near side wall. Played back towards Zadorov at the blue line. He sent it back through the neutral zone, but picked off, and the Senators come forward as a short hopper goes in on Swayman. He steers off into the far corner. Ridley Gregg over there will play it back down the wall, caught a piece of the referee, and sat down. Dylan Cousins turning with the puck, backhands one from just head of the goal line, and Swayman steered that away from the crease. Bruins get it out. Cousins trying to gather back toward the Boston line. Hands to Gregg. It does get deep. Both teams getting some changes on. 45 seconds in. Pass deflected off of Middlestat. Played back into the near corner of the Bruins zone. Wrapped around behind the net by Amadio. Thrown back in deep. Comes right back to Amadio with a step on Middlestat going to the far circle. Brings it all the way back out to the blue line. Passes for Zub. A long shot steered away.
Now, Lucas Swayman had a pretty good look at that. That's a pretty good example right there. You talk about the movement in the offensive zone by Ottawa. Not as active as maybe, and who is, as maybe a Cal McCarr would be with the Colorado Avalanche, but they do get involved offensively.
Swayman steers it around toward the far side. Lohrei poked it up the wall. It'll come back around back toward the near side. And Michael Callahan's clearing effort gets blocked. Pasternak finds a loose puck along the near side boards and got it to the blue line. Brought back in offside by Batherson.
Yeah, a little careless with the puck here just to start. I mean, it's very early, not even 2 minutes in, but turnover in the neutral zone leads to Ottawa's rush the other way. Turnovers inside their own zone, and Ottawa keeps possession in that offensive end.
There'll be a face-off just outside of Bruins blue line here. As Elias Lindholm, Morgan Geekie, David Pasternak out for that draw. Senators will control it. Zub sending it across toward the far side. Dumped all the way around behind Swayman. He plays it toward the near corner for Callahan. Up the near wall, Geekie redirected out to center ice, but Sanderson right there gets chased back into his own zone, put into the boards by Elias Lindholm. Puck came free, but just out of Geekie's reach. Back in the neutral ice, forced into the Boston zone here by Pinto. He'll chase it down toward the end boards, try to center, and take it away by Pasternak. Callahan throws it out into neutral ice. Geekie helps it forward. Bruins getting some changes on as the Senators settled back deep in their own zone. 2:15 gone here in the first period. Nick Jensen going to carry it into neutral ice. As they get around Kastelik, throws it deep behind the Bruins net, and chance out in front. Zadorov able to knock that away. Maybe a little miscommunication behind the net as to who was going to get that puck. Zadorov back in his own zone here again. Picked off by Nick Cousins.
It was Batherson that ended up getting into it first because Zadorov going back for it, kind of let it go, and Batherson ends up centering that puck for a good chance.
Now the Bruins whistle for an icing, so faceoff will come back in the defensive zone here.
I think Zadorov thought it was going to be a different kind of bounce off that back wall, and it didn't come to him. It just stayed right back there, and Batherson beats everybody to it.
Kastelik will take the face-off here. Lost the draw. That one shot wide of the net, off the back of the net, taken by Zadorov. He'll bring it around toward that far side circle. Up the right side for Corrali. From the red line, he skates it forward. Plays it softly down the wall and in behind the net. Paulo will steer it out to the blue line. Picked off here by Geekie, stepping in, and he scores! And Geekie with his 5th goal in the last 4 games on the first shot of the night for the Bruins gives them a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we talked about a couple of the turnovers the Bruins have had already, but this is a bad turnover here by the Ottawa Senators trying to move this puck out of their own zone. And Geekie on a broken line change ends up intercepting this puck right out by the blue line. And what a shot. He's got a nice moving screen going in front of him by Kastelik and one of the defensemen for the Ottawa Senators, but do not get this puck out of the zone. The puck was moved up to the blue line. Ottawa tries to move it into the middle of the ice, cannot do it. And Geekie alertly picking this puck off, and he rips this shot from just inside the top of the left wing circle with Kastelik going to the net.
7th goal of the season for Geekie. And the Bruins grab the early 1-0 lead here on the road. And now putting pressure on inside the Ottawa zone.
It's a great shot, too. Glove side, little back foot wrister, right? Motorcycles start going.
It'll be Zub to push it out of the Ottawa end. Handcuffed to Matia with a pass. It'll come across the line here via Pinto. Takes a bump from McAvoy. Puck will come back around their direction. Far corner. McAvoy to Geekie. Try to pass it into the middle. Hit a skate. Kicks back towards Swayman, who comes out in front of the net and plays it back out into neutral ice. Off the far wall to McAvoy, backing in his own zone. Lohrei skates it out toward the red line. Tried to dump it in. That ricocheted into the middle of the ice. And turning with it now is Dylan Cousins. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the first period. Dump in all the way around the Bruins zone. Jokiharju back, set up behind the net for Callahan. Now on the near boards, it's pushed back out into center ice. And back into the Boston zone where Callahan will try again from the near side circle. Up the left wing. Razor Minton held up by Jensen. Puck comes free into the attack zone. Asamont will get to it first in behind the Ottawa net. Comes around toward the near corner. Minton and Jeannot both over there digging for it. Minton knocked to a knee, stays with it. Jeannot throws one toward the outside of the net. And the Senators will come away with that. Poked up the far wall by Dylan Cousins. He was turning for a change. Bruins getting some changes of their own as Callahan whips one back around the Ottawa zone. In the near side corner, Tyler Clevin out into neutral ice. And the Senators coming forward with a little speed off the near side wall. Matherson played it back down low. Zadorov and Peak get that back. Arvidsson along the far circle. Turns into some open space. Gives it out in the neutral zone to Zacha. Near side it'll come to Zadorov, and from the red line he sends it deep. All the way around the zone. Zacha out near the blue line, able to corral that one. But taken back now by Montempalo. Senators looking to clear and will. Peak gets a hit along the far boards, loosens that puck up the middle. Stat, and the Bruins get right back in on the attack. Zadorov with a shot. Blocker saved by Marilainen. From the near side circle, puck lifted all the way out to center ice. Glove down by Zadorov, who took a bump and lost his stick. He's trying to gather that as the Senators come forward here in a centering pass game right through the slot. Now here's Zub out near the center of the blue line. That one blocked by Kastelik, and a second effort from Sanderson ends up deflecting up and out of play.
Was that a mock cheer for Marilainen?
Well,
I mean, his last game he allowed 7 to the Sabres. That was his only game.
Right.
First shot of the game goes in on him here, and then that muffin there from Zadorov from the point, blocked it aside, and I heard a cheer from this crowd. It was that's pretty early in the season to be all over a guy.
When he's only his second appearance of the year. Face-off is won here by Kastelik in the defensive zone. Marilainen had 11 starts last year. His goals against was under 2. So it's not like he has been, aside from that one outing against Buffalo this year, is Swayman tried to poke check one away and then had to make the kick save.
He's made two good saves here. The Bruins turned this puck over after winning the draw.
Puck comes back to the near point. It's Stutzla sending all the way across to the far side. Kastelik blocks a shot over the far circle.
Had a couple blocks this shift.
Clevin trying to get it back to the blue line. It'll be steered out of the zone by McAvoy, and the Bruins will get a change.
Yeah, they're two really good opportunities for Ottawa after the Bruins turned that puck over. Been a bit of a theme here early on in this first period for Boston.
Giroux will play it down into the left wing corner of the Bruins zone. Callahan, Jokiharju, and now Geekie tried to backhand it out of the zone. Got taken away in a shot that skims wide off the back glass. On the near side, Pasternak helped force it out of the zone. Geekie will bring it forward. On the left wing side, throws one toward the slot. Pasternak trying to knock it out of midair, got a piece of it. But Pinto back checking, helped keep him at bay. Zadorov retrieves back in the Boston zone. Sends
Tough
around
play
to
for Jokiharju, excuse me. Tough play for him. That puck stayed right on the dasher. He's got to try to pull that puck on his backhand off the dasher under some pressure to make that play.
A broken stick in the way as well in that far corner. Bruins look to break out. Geekie gets to his own blue line. Right side for Pasternak. He'll pull up just shy of the Ottawa line. Turn and go for a change. Zadorov lobs one down deep into the attack zone. Behind the net for Shabbat. Asamont's got it on his stick. Around the far boards, it'll come to Pete. Fires in front for Minton, who was on the doorstep trying to redirect that one
Good
home.
forecheck by Jeannot causing this.
Now Asamont, high slot, turns and fires, and stopped by Marilainen, hangs on to it. We'll take our first timeout of the night with 12:03 remaining here in the first period. Morgan Geekie has the Bruins on the board first, 1-0. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
The Shoresy Fall Classic returns. Join the cast of the hit TV show Shoresy as they take on NHL alumni from the Boston Bruins. December 7th, 3 p.m. at TD Garden. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
At the 99 restaurant, $14.99 big deal meals start the week off right. Satisfy big appetites every Monday through Wednesday. Try our new grilled teriyaki chicken for flavor that's always kickin'. For big deal meals and a great time, you gotta love the Nines.
Love Keno? Take it with you. Whether you're posted up at your favorite spot or out and about and on the go, follow the action right from your phone with the Mass Lottery app. Keno's easy to play and even more fun to win. With games every 3 minutes, you're always in the middle of the action. Play all your favorite numbers. Anniversaries, birthdays, sports legends, or maybe the number of cats your aunt has. No matter how you choose, some days are a little more exciting with Keno. Pick and play today. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, The Sports Hub. Easy Media Group Station.
Bruins up 1-0. Just about 8 minutes gone by in this first period. Want to congratulate Will Shenog of Quincy. He has won a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers because Morgan Geekie scored inside of our first 5 minutes in our New England Ford First Five contest. A pretty good run of those the early part of the season. Puck inside the Boston zone here. Centering pass comes toward the high slot for Perron, forced off into the near corner. Cousins was looking to center. Instead, behind the net, Yoki Haru, the puck on his stick. It's ridden off by Gregg in the far corner, and the Senators get reset. Stepping toward the left side was Clevin. Played back down toward the end wall. We got a penalty coming up here against Boston. As they touch it up, whistle comes with 11:20 to play first period.
Yeah, the Bruins, they're going to take this penalty, but it's another turnover inside the zone. They can't get it out and make a mistake trying to get that puck out of the zone. Then Yoki Haru got separated from the puck on a good forecheck by Ottawa, and they're going, right? I mean, you got to make more decisive, smarter plays with the puck coming out of your own zone. And the Bruins, whether it's under some pressure or even some unforced errors coming out of their end here early in this first period, they haven't come back to hurt them yet, but now they find themselves shorthanded against an Ottawa team coming off a game where they scored 3 power play goals against Capitals.
Mikey Asamont, minor for high sticking. And Senators tied for 6th in the league on the power play so far this year, a little over 28% success rate.
That's without Brady Tkachuk.
Right, as Tkachuk blocks one that goes up over the glass out of play behind Jeremy Swayman. Bruins penalty killers currently 8th in the league. They've killed off more than 87% of their penalties so far this year. We have face-off to Swayman's right, far circle to our right as well. Rally stands in to take that. Senators will control it as they get set up on the power play along the left wing circle. Puck comes down low and right back to that left wing circle again, and a shot that skims wide of Swayman on the glove side and ricochets out of the corner all the way back toward Ottawa territory.
On firing from the left wing circle there.
Shabbat hands off for Giroux coming through neutral ice, able to chop it out of the air after Zaka got a piece of it, get it into the attack zone. Iran moving along the center of the blue line. Giroux from the near circle, back up top, and he'll get it right back. Giroux steps to the dot, sends it back to that far side. Bounced off of Shabbat's stick. He's able to track it down. Then Pinto had it taken away, but held in at the line. Giroux walks it down the right wing circle. Quick passing as they tried to set it up toward the slot.
Yeah, the Bruins are a little tired right now.
Minute to go on the power play, and Swayman gets a piece of a deflected shot off of Eller.
You had a couple bodies down there, Eller and Perron backdoor that they were looking for.
Just about midway through this first period, 45 seconds to go in the Asamont penalty. Senators moving from left to right. Minton able to deny entry, forced a turnover. That sends Jeannot up the right side, and he'll get that puck into the far corner of the Senators zone and try to kill off a few extra seconds. 27 to go on the Asamont penalty. Senators will come forward. Stutzlow on the near side. Dylan Cousins just inside the blue line, able to poke it free to that far circle. Swayman made the initial save. The rebound scores. And the Senators able to tie it up with a power play goal. It's Batherson who got the rebound.
Yeah, so we had said that the turnovers haven't hurt them yet. Well, the turnover that led to the penalty, and now the power play goal by Batherson. This power play unit continues to get the job done offensively for the Ottawa Senators. They get the Bruins spread out, trying to be a little bit aggressive out high. Make that pass into the left wing circle. The initial shot is taken. Sanderson in the left wing circle, the initial shot taken, and Batherson right there on the doorstep after Ridley Gregg took that shot from the left wing circle.
So third of the year for Drake Batherson, who had 2 of them on Saturday, so that's 3 in 2 games for him. As a puck bounces away from Zoom, taken away by Elias Lindholm here, and a long shot that is redirected up over the glass, and we'll take a timeout with 9:26 to go here in the first period. It's the Bruins 1 and the Senators 1 here on the 98.5 Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
So I'm running late for a hugely important meeting. Of course, traffic is bad. And then I got rear-ended. The timing was inconvenient. But I have to say, safety insurance made the claims process unbelievably convenient. I simply uploaded pics of my car. The claims adjuster sent me back an estimate. I even got the money to cover the repair digitally. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms conveniently.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
9:26 to play first period. Bruins and Senators are tied at 1. Morgan Geekie with the unassisted goal at 3:06. Drake Batherson with a power play goal from Ridley Gregg, and Jake Sanderson at 10:25 to even it up. The face-off coming up here in the offensive zone for the Bruins. Far circle down to our left. And the Senators will control it off the draw, wrapped around near side by Sanderson. Picked up on his way out of the zone by Pinto, and from the red line he dumps in all the way around to the far side of the Bruins zone. McAvoy couldn't find the handle, got turned around, and now Giroux able to get it back down along the end boards. Lohrei poked it toward that far corner. Geekie will get it back to McAvoy. McAvoy ran out of time and It's thrown back toward the top of the circle for Giroux. Around it'll come to the near side. Pasternak at the hash marks. Battling with Giroux on the wall. Lorai will throw the puck across the ice and out into neutral. Taken there by Sanderson. Right back to the Boston line they come, and Giroux fires a shot. Not sure if Swayman got a piece of that as it tipped up and over the net. Come around towards Zadorov as he tried to clear. That's knocked down and thrown back to the net by Jensen, and Swayman will take the whistle and get a face-off.
Yeah, they can't get out of their zone. Yeah, that was, I mean, they literally can't get out of their zone here in this first period. They can't get out cleanly. The first pass is almost non-existent. I mean, McAvoy was fighting the puck over there. I mean, some of it's under pressure, but the last turnover was Ottawa's getting a line change. That was 1 against 4. And they turned the puck over.
Face-off win by Zacha. Zadorov to Peak. Arvidsson, long pass across the ice, was behind Middlestat and ricocheted past him. He's able to get it back as the Senators tried to clear, and Arvidsson's shot is blocked by Shabbat. Peak at the far point. Puck exploded over his stick. Boston has to back up to their own zone. Middlestat's pass jumped off of Arvidsson's stick and goes for an icing here with 8:03 to go in the period.
I mean, they haven't tested Ottawa inside their own zone at all.
No, almost all the plays been down this end of the ice.
Yeah, and you had one good shift in the offensive zone by Jeannot, Minton, and Asamont, but other than that, there's been really virtually no play down in Ottawa zone, no sustained attack whatsoever, because they're having so much trouble getting out of their own end.
Face off to Swayman's right. Zacha pulls that back toward the far side wall. And now we'll get it around toward the near corner. Middlestat, though, can't get moving. Jensen from the near point here for the Senators. Fires it back around. Atherson along the far boards. It'll come careening back around behind the net.
Did Stutzla run into Swayman there, or did he run into the post?
I think he hit the side of the net.
That's what I
tripped
thought.
over. Crowd
thought Swayman tripped him.
On the near side circle, this is Nick Cousins. Sends it back toward the blue line. Fired off the end boards. Middlestat has possession, then lost it to the back of net. Stutzla sent it out in front, just out of the reach of Nick Cousins.
That pressure right there by Ottawa was all after the Bruins won a clean faceoff.
Middlestat will dump into the Ottawa zone. Fired in front by Arvidsson, directed on by Zacha, and Marilainen made a nice stop. 7:05 to go here in the first in a tie game. Ottawa starting to move out of their zone. Puck directed into the Boston end here, and Jokiharju gets to it just ahead of Eller. Around the near boards, Kastelik.
That's better.
Steer it across ice, hit a skate, kick back into the Ottawa zone. He played back around near side by Clevin, and we got another penalty coming up. Kastelik and Zetterlund came together. Zetterlund hit the deck. And Kastelik will go for tripping.
Yeah, one of the few shifts. Curtis McDermott was out there, gave Kastelik a little shot after that. McDermott is there, is more of a deterrent. He doesn't play a ton, but a big guy that can handle himself. Kastelik trying to get to that puck along the wall, and he trips up Zetterlund on the play.
Former Devil came over in a trade beginning of October. He only played 23 games for New Jersey last season, did McDermott. So Bruins will be shorthanded here for the second time in the period in a tie game. Power play goal they gave up earlier tonight, the sixth that they have allowed in 40 shorthanded chances this year. Zadorov banks it around the boards, far side for Corrali, but he can't get it out of the zone. Another battle ensues in the far corner. McAvoy poked it toward the circle. Zacha came sliding in there to keep the Senators from doing anything with it. Now McAvoy will carry it toward center ice and dump it in. Corrali in the far corner against Stutzla. Stutzla will work his way free all the way out to the red line and now across the blue. Tried to turn along the far boards and took a tumble. Puck backhanded to the blue line by Jeannot, and now it'll be Minton coming across toward the near side. Short-handed, he moves in left circle. Shot saved by Marilainen.
Yeah, strong move there by Minton. I thought he was just going to dump the puck down the ice, but uses his speed, gets a step on that left wing side, and takes it strong to the net.
Minute 12 to go on the Ottawa power play. Jokiharju backhands it near wall for Minton, and all the way down it goes. Bruins will use the opportunity to change up the penalty killers. Halfway through this penalty, as the Senators work their way through neutral ice. On the near side boards, it'll be Zetterlund carrying toward the slot, but knocked off his stick back into the near corner, and it'll be shot all the way down by Zadorov.
Yeah, battle won down low that time. Zadorov winning that battle against Eller.
38 seconds to go on the power play. Through the neutral ice and across the Boston line. Giroux hands off on the left side for Perron. Elias Lindholm able to reach in and take one away and get it cleared back out towards center. Giroux tried to get it back to the near side. Zadorov picked that off. Corrali winding his way out to center ice. Now turns back to his own blue line on a tour of the neutral zone and gives it to Zacha coming up the left wing side, who fires a slap shot. Merrilainen able to hold that one and take the face-off with 9 seconds to go in the Ottawa power play.
Yeah, Corrali, nobody's taking him, so I'll just keep spinning around here in this offense, in the neutral zone. That's a strong move by Mitten. I like that. He had to step that time on Cousins. Cousins trying to handle him one-on-one, and Mitten realizing maybe that it was a forward. I'm going to take this puck strong to the front of the net.
Bruins a couple of shots short-handed here on this penalty as the Senators win the face-off in their defensive zone. Just 5 seconds left on the Kastelik minor. Pinto will carry it into the Boston zone, but his centering pass is taken away by Pasternak, who backhands it out towards center ice just as Kastelik was coming out of the box, but he couldn't quite get to it in time, and puck will jump out of play into the Boston bench and bring us to a timeout. 4:37 to go in the first period. It's the Bruins 1 and the Senators 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealers.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Fans hockey returns to Causeway Street tomorrow night when the Bruins host the New York Islanders at 7:15. Don't miss the action. Get your seats now at bostonbruins.com/tickets. Start of another 3-game homestand. Bruins playing 4 games in 6 days this week, as Buffalo will be in town on Thursday. Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday.
A different Buffalo team than
a little bit. Was shot coming down the middle here by Amadio.
When I say that, they're just playing much better than they were at the first couple games of the season when they really couldn't do anything right. And they seem to have straightened it out here recently.
4:12 to play here in the first period. Bruins and Senators tied at 1. Dump in goes on goal. Swayman passed over to McAvoy. Around the near side, Geekie sends it through the neutral ice. Bruins getting some changes on here as the Senators come forward. Dumped in by Sanderson. Far corner, Mason Lohrei fanned on it. Under pressure now at the back of the net. He's able to get it to Zadorov. Nikita will lift it up toward the blue line. Zacha gloves it down, carries it forward, gives to Arvidsson left, circle a shot, and that one kicked aside by Merrilainen. Senators come back the other way in a hurry. Peak able to get a stick on that puck and force into the far corner. but taken there by Dylan Cousins. He'll play it back down toward the corner. Peak is there and volleys it back out towards center ice. Glove down, right over to Zadorov. Up the middle, finds Middlestat. Zaka's pass gets redirected at the blue line and back across to the far side to Peak. Now Zaka will drag it back in across the line. Arvidsson, rink-wide pass, finds Middlestat, top of the left circle. Casey throws one toward the net. That one kicked around a couple of times, and it'll be controlled by the Senators, and they will bring it out into neutral ice. Feathered up the near wall by Gregg, who turns and goes for a change. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first period, tie game. Peak settled in behind the Bruins net. Throws a long pass up the near side, got bouncing and got through Asimont. Stutzla coming back into his own zone to play the puck here for the Senators. Dumped in all the way around behind Swayman. It'll come toward the near side. Callahan reversed it to Jokiharju. Around that far side, Janot whips a pass through neutral ice. Asimont hands to a cutting Minton. Minton coming in left circle with a shot, and Marilainen closes the door.
I mean, it's so noticeable that when they make the smart decision coming out of their own zone, they can generate some speed through the middle of the ice. They have the last couple of shifts, but it starts with getting the puck out of your own zone and making plays. I mean, even if it's a soft flip like Zadorov had to Zaka in the middle of the ice, at least they got going through the middle and create a scoring chance for themselves. And that one, it was a wrap around the boards. They make a smart play into the middle of the ice. All of a sudden, Minton gets the puck on the left wing side, and they're attacking with speed.
2:25 to go in the period. Sean Corrali will take the face-off near side circle. Now through neutral ice and through Lorai. They're going to whistle that an icing here against Ottawa.
Yeah, got through everybody. It was somebody along the boards and then over the stick of Lorai. Bring out the Lindholm Pastrnak Geeky line.
Face-off will be far circle down to our left. And a warning handed out to Lars Eller. And then he is able to win the face-off, goes to get it himself in the far corner, sends it behind the net. Geeky takes away, throws it in front, redirected by Lindholm, hit the outside of the net. Pastrnak in the far corner. Eller in there as well. Lindholm. And now Pastrnak comes free with the puck. Around the near side boards, it comes to Lorai at the point. Over to McAvoy, far side. His shot attempt blocked off of Zetterlund, comes out to neutral ice. McAvoy from the red line. Skates it back in across the blue. Down the left wing circle. Gets ridden toward the end boards by Montemapalo. Puck taken by Giroux, and he'll carry out. With some space up the left wing side. Gets around Pastrnak, who is back. Moving toward the slot. Giroux's shot partially blocked. Got to Swayman, who made the save. Senators get the rebound and get set up here. On the near side circle, a one-timer by Sanderson missed wide.
It's a good back check that time on Giroux. Giroux still got it. You know, he's weaving his way into that offensive zone, holding it. May have held it just a little too much there. Or too long, I should say, and had to slow down the shot on Swayman.
Here's Corrali working his way around behind the net. Turns, fires, knocked down. Not sure if that got to Marilainen or not. And now the Senators looking to move out and will. Through neutral ice and across the line and whistled offside.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Claude Giroux there that time, coming over the offense. I mean, Pastrnak's back trying to play defense. Makes a nice move on him as Pastrnak's trying to angle him. Cuts to the middle, holds on to it, letting guys kind of go by him. And shot was slowed up that time by Lindholm.
Face-off will come just outside of the Boston line. Off the draw. Senators win it, dump it in. Zadorov. Bruins clear it right back out. Under a minute to go here in the period. Jensen chased by Middlestat in deep around the far side wall, and it will scoot out into neutral ice. Back to play Zadorov. Zaka from the near circle to Middlestat. Hemmed in along the near side. Now it's out. Zaka gets it right back from Arvidsson. Hands it off to Peak. Peak threw it in front, looking for Arvidsson coming down the left circle, but knocked away from him at the last moment by Dylan Cousins. 20 seconds to go in the period. In the neutral zone, Senators will dump it in. They go for a late change here. Arvidsson back with it for Boston. Just hands behind the net to Zadorov, and clock runs down. He's just going to be content, it looks like, to let that first period come to an end. So Morgan Geekie getting the Bruins on the board early in this one with his 7th of the year. But Drake Batherson's power play goal has it tied at the end of 20 minutes here in Ottawa. We will return to the Canadian Tire Center after this on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Electrical contractors, do you travel to job sites every morning wondering when your materials will arrive? Granite City Electric Supply can change that feeling and have your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery guaranteed by 6 a.m. to most job sites throughout New England. Or pick up at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations, providing convenient 24/7 access to materials for pickup on your schedule. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support first responders. This season, our 73 Reasons campaign is giving back over $250,000 to protect those who protect us. Join thousands making a difference today at servicecu.org.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs, we beat online prices, we beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Did you know that Aaron's, the snow thrower company, also makes Gravely lawnmowers? Do yourself a favor and get the job done right with the Gravely zero-turn mower designed to deliver professional results. Dial in your precise cutting height with the comfort of a plush high-back seat, powered with a dependable Kawasaki engine. Gravely is here for you and your lawn, just like the Aaron snow thrower is here for your driveway. Get the most mower for your money and get a Gravely zero-turn. Find your local dealer at Gravely.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
First intermission here in Ottawa, and the Bruins and the Senators are tied at 1. And for our first intermission tonight, we're going to take a look at something a little different. Recently, the league, it seems like it's been trying to get into the way and put a stop on goalie fights. Remember last year, Jeremy Swayman nearly got into one in Los Angeles. Just the other day, Linus Ullmark of the Senators chased down Charlie Lindgren and got into a little bit of a mix-up as well. But here at the Bruins Radio Network, we can't get enough of them, as most people can't. So here are some of our favorites from the past.
Ferrari knocks down his man in front, and then Lindgren's getting involved here. Braun reaching around. Here comes Ullmark. Ullmark's going to cross center. Ullmark coming into the Capital zone. He drops his stick. He's going after Lindgren. Ullmark and the win. The goalies are involved, and this one boils over in Washington. They pull Ullmark back for the pile.
understand that. I mean, their goaltender is more than involved, and he came all that way. He's getting a penalty to back off at this point. Make it work the skate. He should be allowed to at least grab the goal, in my view, anyway. I mean, the one thing about the goaltender, once you skate 185 feet full speed down the other end, you're going to be a little tuckered out when you get there.
And that one knocked aside by Gavrikov. Now we got a shoving match in front of the net as Husnudinov had his helmet knocked off.
Husnudinov got knocked into Kemper. Kemper took exception, grabbed him, then the helmet got ripped off. Jeremy Swayman's at center ice challenging Kemper right now.
Kemper's going to skate out to meet him. And there they go. They're going to drop the gloves if the referee will let them. Referee's grabbing Swayman. Linesman's grabbing a hold of Kemper. Crowd is irate.
Why?
They both wanted it.
Why? You got everybody in this building standing on their feet right now.
Unbelievable.
Hunter going back into the corner now. Defoe grabs Hunter. Byron Defoe grabs Dale Hunter. And here comes Olaf Kolzig from the other end of the ice. Kolzig going after Belanger.
Oh, man, this could get really ugly in a second.
Belanger pounding Kolzig. That brings a pile of players over on this side. One was the best man at the other guy's wedding this summer. I'm guessing there's no anniversary gift after this.
Bernier and Miller. Bernier and Miller now jossing along. The last time a Leaf goalie was involved in something like this was Felix Potvin. Miller and Bernier. Well, the backup goalies had better get ready. And Bernier throwing some punches.
I've never seen Miller in a fight before, and
Well, he got run over a couple of times. Now Bernier's got an arm free without the big goalie pad on, and Miller's in a little trouble here. He's giving it to him. Right hands. The linesmen aren't breaking this up either.
taking
his mask off. Thomas taking his mask off. And they're going to square off. out near the blue line. Thomas grabs a fistful of jersey.
Price has a big size advantage on Tim Thomas.
Price tried to throw it right. Both guys off balance. Thomas stumbled, trying to get back up. Referee is right there. Thomas's sweater pulled over his head, and the official not going to let that go a whole lot further. A very memorable one for Bruins fans and for me personally. February 9th, 2011. I don't even have to look up the date. That was my NHL broadcasting debut. Tim Thomas versus Carey Price of the Montreal Canadiens. Bruins and Senators are tied at 1 after 1 here in Ottawa. We'll have a check of the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Electrical contractors, Granite City Electric Supply now offers 24/7 access for material pickup. Introducing the GCE Night Train Depot. Safe and secure indoor storage at over 27 locations across New England and Albany, New York. Visit GCEnighttrain.com today.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Hey, it's Beetle from my favorite dealership, 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell. From game day tailgates to school drop-offs, the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4 is your ticket to ride. And right now, during the Drive Into Fall event, returning lease customers can save thousands or get 0% financing on select Jeep models. Go see my friend Tony and his team at 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lowell or visit 495jeep.com. Tell them Beetle from the Sports Hub sent you.
Hi, it's Amanda from Rapid Flow with my daughter Mia. What's the last thing you want on game day with friends or fans coming to watch?
A sewer backup.
So get the permanent fix now.
With Rapid Flow, one call solves it all.
Too many veterans in Massachusetts are living without the dental care they deserve, jeopardizing their oral health and overall health. Hi, I'm Boston forward Sam Hauser, and that's why I've joined the Delta Dental of Massachusetts for Veterans Assist. This season, with every assist on the court, Delta Dental donates $25 up to $50,000 to the Tufts School of Dental Medicine's Cares for Veterans program. Together, we're opening doors to critical oral health care for veterans experiencing housing challenges. They've served us, now it's our turn to serve them. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/veterans.
Hey, it's Felger here, and football season is back. Make Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka your tailgate must-have. Real vodka, real brewed tea, just 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. Easy to sip and enjoy. Ask for it wherever you watch the game, or take it with you to the tailgate. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics lead New Orleans 24-17 in the first quarter, and no score Monday Night Football between Washington and the Chiefs. Stay connected with all the action here at TD Garden. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, X for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes moments, and more. Follow them on TD Garden today. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline. It's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. We'll have the second period next here on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Layer on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. With $2,500 in annual value, the new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business is the card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro loyalty for details. Subject to change.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Before every kickoff or first flash of the stage lights, there's The Build. At Gillette Stadium, unforgettable moments from Patriots football to world-class concerts begin with what's designed and made behind the scenes. And it starts with Autodesk. As the official design and make platform of Gillette Stadium and the New England Patriots, Autodesk helps the craft group reimagine how New England designs and builds for the future. Because when it's built right, anything is possible. Autodesk. Make anything. Proud partner of the New England Patriots.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Senators tied at 1 after one period. We're joined downstairs by the Bruins' Casey Middlestad. Casey, let me just start by asking you about the flow of that first period. It looks like Ottawa's forechecking you guys pretty hard.
Yeah, we know they come with a lot of speed, and I think we can do a better job on our breakouts. Obviously, a little weird with a few penalties, but I think we're getting into the flow of it and getting into the rhythm of it, and we should be fine.
You were a scratch last weekend in Utah. Your game has certainly picked up since then. What's been your main focus here over the last few games?
Just move my feet and compete. And I think obviously life goes on when something like that happens, and just gotta learn from it and move forward. And just trying to move my feet and compete, and things usually work out fine.
You feel like your line has kind of come together here of late with Arvey getting his first goal the other day?
Yeah, I've liked the way we played. I think we got a good match of speed and skills. So just a matter of playing hard and putting it together for us for sure.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you.
Thanks to Casey Middlestad for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD card holders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. It's a 1-1 game as we get ready for the second period. Morgan Geekie, 7th of the year, unassisted at 3:06, gave the Bruins a 1-0 lead. But then Drake Batherson with a power play goal, his 3rd of the season, set up by Ridley Gregg, and Jake Sanderson at 10:25 evens things up. Bruins took the only 2 penalties of that first period. Ottawa 1 for 2 on the man advantage. They had a 10-9 shots on goal advantage in that period. 25-16 were the attempts in favor of the Senators.
Yeah, I think from the Bruins standpoint, though, Ryan, it boils down to the managing the puck coming out of their own zone, being more decisive. If you've got to take the wraparound, take the wraparound. But when the direct pass is there, the tape-to-tape pass is there, it's got to be made. And I thought they fought the puck and were really indecisive trying to come out of their own zone in that first period, especially the first, probably 14, 15 minutes. And then they got a little bit better later in the first period at getting out of their zone and generating some speed through the middle.
Puck gets sent deep into the Ottawa zone right off the bat here to start the second period. Bruins will be going from left to right offensively as the puck jumps up off the top of the glass and out of play. Will force that faceoff to stay inside Senators territory.
Yeah, establish the forecheck a little bit here from the Bruins standpoint. Ottawa turned the puck over a couple times when they were under some pressure as well. And I mean, the Geeky goal was a good example, but there was a couple other instances where they did. And for the Bruins, I don't think that they tested them enough in that area with their home forecheck because they were fighting to get out of their own end the whole time. And I thought, I mean, the one good thing about it is they seem to.
There's a face-off win. McAvoy's got it along the near side for Lori, and he'll wind it deep.
They seem to do a good job recovering once they did turn the puck over and limiting the grade A chances that Ottawa had. But, you know, the one goal that they scored was a direct result of turning the puck over and having trouble coming out, and it led to the penalty.
In the neutral zone, Elias Lindholm. Pass to the near side for McAvoy. Dumps it in, hit the backboards, and then the back of the net. Senators will clear it around toward the near side. Amadio sends into the middle, carried out to neutral ice. Pass back for Amadio along the near boards. Tried to get it deep. Cut off there by Lindholm. Thrown back the other way. Redirected around behind Maryland. Taken toward the far side by Sanderson. Under some duress. Able to get it out into neutral ice. Here's Amadio down the left wing. Circle backhander. Scores! It deflected in front. Giroux was crashing the net. And Ottawa grabs a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and I think it is Giroux. This is what a play by Sanderson. I mean, his puck gets swept into the corner. Sanderson picks it up. He's under pressure there from Morgan Geeky. Geeky's hounding him up the boards. And Sanderson makes a perfect backhand pass into the middle of the ice. And that's going to get Ottawa with speed entering the offensive zone. Move it wide. The backhand pass to the net. And Giroux beats his man to that far post and gets the stick down. And he's able to lift that puck up and over top. He gets body and stick position there on Elias Lindholm and chips this puck, or redirects it, I should say, up and over top of the glove of Jeremy Swayman.
Second goal of the season for Claude Giroux.
A lot of that play made by Sanderson, though, coming out of his own zone.
So the Bruins will try to answer back here as Middlestat gets it into the offensive zone, but his pass is picked off, trying to get it to Zadorov. And now the Senators work their way forward. Just about a minute and a half gone here in this second period. Zadorov angles one toward the near side. Arvidsson got it into neutral ice. Middlestat will chip it down into the right wing corner. Zaka in pursuit, but turned back toward the near side by Nick Cousins. Stutzla will bring through neutral ice and across the line. Long shot. Turned away with a blocker by Swayman. Arvidsson gathers it in. Far side circle. Had it taken away. Arvidsson gets a stick in there and then collides with Nick Cousins. Puck free to Middlestat. From the near corner, Peak will settle back behind Jeremy Swayman down to our left. Bruins changing up the forwards here. So Peak just stands back behind the net. Crowd gets impatient. And then a pass to the left side. Jumped over Zadorov's stick and a scramble to get it back. Swayman has to make a save out of the far corner. McDermott against Zadorov. Puck came back to the point where Montpalo winds it back down low. And McDermott tried to center, but no harm, no foul there. Bruins able to get it out. And now we get a whistle and a hand pass in the neutral zone.
I mean, there's an example right there. To set up breakout, they wait, they get the line change. Ottawa's set up the way they want to be set up. And Pete just tries to make a simple pass over to Zadorov, hops over his stick, and it's another turnover. I mean, it's been really strange most of this game so far. Fans start to boo. That puck went off of Giroux's skate, by the way. It didn't even get off of his stick. I said he had stick position, but it actually went off his right skate as he was stopping in the crease. So Lindholm had the stick tied up, but Giroux got the inside position on him.
Going to whistle here for an offside. The face-off will come at center ice here with 17:22 to play in the period. Now the Senators change up their lines. Corrali waiting for this face-off. Stutzla will come out and take it. And Corrali wins it cleanly back toward his own blue line. Callahan to Jokiharju. Here's Husnadinov. He finds a lane into the Ottawa zone. Moving down the near circle, tried to center, but it hit Montpalo in the skate.
Nice block by Montpalo. He got down on one knee to block that pass.
Stutzla brings the Senators forward. Callahan able to pick one off on the far side circle. Sends Husnadinov up the left side. Rink-wide pass picked up off a near carom by Corrali all the way in behind the net. Husnudinov out of the far corner along with Kastelik. Husnudinov able to poke it free onto the far face-off dot. But Corrali's shot gets blocked wide. 3:15 gone here in the second period. The team's getting some changes on. Montempalo in his own zone angles a pass off the far boards. Redirected off of Elias Lindholm. Here's McAvoy over to Geekie and offside. As Lindholm just a half a step too quick.
Yeah, he got tied up with Giroux right at the blue line there. Yeah, Montempalo, a good block. Nice movement there by Husnudinov. A little shift coming over the blue line. Goes to his backhand on the right side. Try to get that pass in front on the backhand pass. And Montempalo got down on one knee and blocked that.
Face-off win in the neutral zone by Elias Lindholm over by the Bruins bench. They're trying to get that puck moving into the offensive zone. Instead, it comes back inside the Boston blue line. McAvoy to Lohrei, now to Geekie. Lindholm's offside as he was expecting Geekie to send that in, so everybody had to turn back. Lohrei off the far boards, gets it, and gets it to Lindholm. I thought he had a piece of that, but apparently not. It's an icing.
That's a simple D-to-D pass. It jumps past Lohrei's stick, and then his options are limited because now he's trying to find the puck and ends up going for icing.
Nothing looks simple tonight. Wow. Face-off controlled by the Senators as they get set up on the offense. Shot by Zub gets blocked, thrown back toward the net by Sanderson. Up off the glass and out of the corner. Ricochets all the way back down. 4:10 gone by second period. Ottawa's got a 2-1 lead. Sanderson deals off to the near side. Perron around Swayman on into the far corner. Zadorov lets it keep moving. It'll be cleared out by Asimont. Dump in by Peak from the red line into the far corner, giving chase Minton. Puck gets redirected behind the net. Jeannot able to slip away from Shabbat. Gives to Asimont along the right wing side. And from the near wall, puts it wide to the short side. Senators will get that puck out near the red line. Battle for possession. And on into the Bruins zone comes Dylan Cousins. Turning with the puck and whips it down into the right wing corner. They'll get it back up top for Shabbat to the top of the circle. Threw one toward the slot. Blocked back to that far side. Knocked free by Minton, giving chase. Asimont joining him, is able to get to that puck, and centering pass denied by the Senators. Back to center ice.
Jeannot and Minton there. Minton, nice job getting that puck up the ice, pushing it up the ice after a block.
On the near side boards at the red line. Forced back into the Boston zone. Jokiharju will get it behind the net to Callahan in the far corner. Back to the near side it comes. And a turnover, near side circle. Chance on the far side. That one ended up going wide of Swayman. Jokiharju trying to dig it behind the net. Comes to the near corner now. Arvidsson helping him out. Tried to backhand it around the wall and hit a leg. Kick back toward the near side. And the Bruins getting hemmed in here once again. Pushed out this time by Arvidsson. In the neutral zone, Clevin. Long pass across ice from Batherson. And Stutzla will send it deep. Jokiharju into the far corner against Cousins. Puck comes out toward the side of the net. And Swayman's just going to cover that up and take the whistle and the face-off in the defensive zone when we come back. 13:53 to go here in the second period. Ottawa 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. Well, Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers. The Boston Bruins, Loon Mountain, and 98.5 The Sports Hub have teamed up to offer the Skate and Ski ticket package for the 2025-26 season. Purchase a $150 ticket to a select Bees game and receive a complimentary lift ticket to Loon. Head to bostonbruins.com/skate and ski for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Get the fright out of your pipes this Halloween. Ghostly gunk got you ghoulishly blocked? Don't get scared. Call Drains by James. We ain't afraid of no pipe ghouls. Our drain cleaning and pipelining are no trick. Just a treat. Bring your drains back from the dead by visiting drainsbyjames.com. Let's make those horrifying blockages vanish into thin air.
At Drains by James, we give a poop about your pipes.
Vote for your favorite game day cocktail featuring Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey on the 98.5 The Sports Hub contest page, and you could win $250 courtesy of Boston's Home for Sports. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly. Rules and restrictions apply.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Fans gear up with the latest black and gold apparel at the Pro Shop, powered by 47. From jerseys to hats and more, something for every Bruins fan. Shop the Hub on Causeway or online at bostonproshop.com. Bruins trailing 2-1, 13:53 to go in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Senators as they get set up on offense again. That shot goes well wide of Swayman, off the backboards around toward the near side. Thrown back deep again by Clevin. In the far corner, Corrali tried to get it behind the net to Lorai. It was picked off, but Lorai able to regain. His pass finds McAvoy cutting out across the blue line, trying to get it to Corrali far side, but that's taken away, and back comes Lars Eller into the Bruins zone. Ridden into the boards by Husnadinov all the way around the near side. Kastelik comes crashing into Clevin, with the puck sent right back behind the net. Lorai able to reach around Eller and knock it free. And it's steered out toward neutral ice. But Amadio took it back and right back in behind Swayman, who steps out behind the net. Keeps it moving for McAvoy from the near circle. Cross ice pass. Husnadinov from the red line will dump it in. He'll hop on the bench as part of a change. On the near side, Peak able to keep it inside the Ottawa zone, but as it rimmed around far side, it got away from Kastelik. He was headed off on the change, and the Bruins come back to their own zone with Zadorov around near side to Geekie. Neutralized Pasternak, couldn't quite catch up with that one. Now does get it just into the Ottawa zone, and we get a whistle, and the play is going to be offside.
You know, Geekie's got the goal, but as a line with Lindholm, Pasternak, and Geekie, they've been a little bit quiet. And Geekie was out there with Corrali and Kastelik when he scored on a broken line change. You know, great individual effort by him, but trying to get 88 with a couple more opportunities. Bruins yet to get a power play here in this game. They've been shorthanded a couple times.
Pasta without a shot attempt so far. Lindholm had one attempt that was blocked, and Geekie's got a one shot that went in. Puck deep in the Bruins zone here again. Elias Lindholm gives it a Peak from the red line. He dumps it in all the way around to the far side. Pasternak puts a shoulder into Nick Jensen. Geekie's got the puck. Deals it back to the point. Callahan to Jokiharju. And his effort gets blocked up and out of play off of Ridley Gregg.
Got to get back to, you know, Peak dumps the puck in right there. You got some good pressure going over on the far boards. And they have not enough. They have not put the puck behind the D of the Ottawa Senators and gone to work on their own forecheck. I think part of it, you spend time in your own zone. By the time you get out of the zone, you're going for a line change.
Right. Face off near circle to our right. Stalemate. Finally comes free, and Jeannot was trying to get it back to the point, but instead it will ricochet all the way down into the Boston zone. Jokiharju sent it around the far side. Jumped into the air as a couple of players came together.
Yeah,
now
the Bruins
it's free.
have gone to that rim now when they've gone back for pucks, and Ottawa Senators defensemen trying to be very aggressive along the boards.
Asimon finds Minton cutting up ice. Left side, Jeannot. Back to Minton as he goes into the corner. He'll come around toward the near side corner. Asimon has it knocked off his stick. Dylan Cousins got it through the red line, and Bruins able to force a turnover coming into the Boston zone. Off the near side, and Asimon has to chase it back toward the red line. Now Jokiharju back in the Bruins zone. Harassed by Stützle. Asimon gets it from Jeannot, throws a long shot in on Marilainen. Bruins gone for a change. 11 minutes to play here in the second period. Ottawa leading by a goal. They come forward here with Shabbat. Shot goes off the backboards around to Stutzla in the far corner. Played it back down low. Puck came out toward the slot. McAvoy slaps it back out to center ice. Nick Cousins drops it back inside his own zone. Clevin, long pass up the right side. Stutzla has to pursue it into the far corner against Lohrei. McAvoy, near side finds Arvidsson. Pass kicked onto the stick of Zaka. Now Middlestat just inside the line. Gives over to McAvoy. Near side, drags it to his backhand and puts a shot wide on the glove side. And Zaka, that far circle, good stop by Marilainen. Arvidsson behind the net, finds McAvoy. Moving along through the high slot. Shot gets blocked, and now it's 2-on-1, turning into a 3-on-1. Cousins coming down the right side, got it across. Stutzla sent it back across instead of taking the shot, and Swayman got there to make a play. Now Pasternak off a long feed back into the Ottawa zone. Turned along the near side board. Zaka trying to get it back toward the blue line, but taken away there and thrown back out into neutral.
Yeah, McAvoy was walking the line out high there, and as he was going towards Lohrei went down towards the circle.
Here's Pasternak moving toward the side of the net, trying to tuck it in around that far post.
Lost the handle.
Geeky to Peak. Gives it into the middle of Pasternak. Now Zadorov shoots one off the end wall. Lindholm turning out of the far corner. Puck knocked off his stick, but Peak stays with it. Back in deep it comes beyond Geeky's reach. Zadorov's down into the right wing corner now, trying to maintain possession, but taken away by Sanderson. And the Senators will move it out. Through neutral ice they come with Pinto coming to the left wing circle. Tried to drive right to the net. And a rebound chance in front that goes off the back glass.
I thought Giroux might have gone off the crossbar with that. On the rebound.
Geeky to Zadorov. His pass breaks the stick of Lars Eller. Zadorov's got it back. Now passes over toward Peak. And Eller, who had just grabbed a new stick from the bench, ran into him. He'll come all the way around behind the Senators' net toward the near side. Clevin from the circle, far side, will angle one up for Zetterlund and helped into the Boston zone with 8:33 to go here in the period. Jokiharju will volley it back out through center ice. Shabbat picked off at center ice by Husnudinov. He carries back in across the line, drops one off to Corrali. Corrali's shot for wide angle, saved by Marilainen. There's no rebound. And we'll take a timeout with 8:20 to play here in the second period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Senators 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out, especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms, even the cyber kind.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. Or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
8:20 to go here in the second period. Ottawa's got a 2-1 lead. Took the Bruins nearly 9 minutes to get their first shot of the period.
I think, that shot got blocked, and all of a sudden it was a 3-on-1. I was saying that Lohrei had gone into the circle because McAvoy was moving towards him, and then the shot gets blocked out high. It was Lohrei who got back and broke that helped break that 3-on-1 up, just getting a stick on it. Maybe a little overpass there by Stutzla, but
Here's Middlestat moving around behind the Senators' net. He'll cut back in behind. Backhands a pass along for Arvidsson. Squirts through him, and Senators break out. 3-on-2 here. On the right side, Greg had to pursue that puck into the far corner. Now moves behind the net. Jokiharju knocked his man down. He'll come back in behind the net. Greg deals it back to the far point. Onto the near side for Shabbat. Plays it back around the wall. Callahan, far corner, deflected puck. And the Senators able to regain possession here deep. Perron heading off Callahan. Pass to the far circle, broken up by Zaka. And Arvidsson moves the Bruins out. From the red line, he'll send a bouncer in toward Marilainen, who scoops it up and forced to hang on for the whistle.
Perron reverse hit that time on Callahan. Callahan engaged him down below the goal line. Bounced around a little bit, Perron is, but he's a valuable player, good offensive player. Could have missed the beginning of last season with an injury. And took him a little while to get going.
37 years old. Second year of his 2-year deal here in Ottawa. Face-off controlled here by the Senators. They break out.
They gave him credit recently for, in the locker room talking about it, how, just that we made the playoffs last year, but, we need to reset our identity here. Because at the beginning of the season, they were giving up shots and goals and chances, and goaltending wasn't good. Team defense wasn't good. And it was him that kind of spoke up, among others, but it was him that had the loudest voice, from what I'm told here in Ottawa. And guys talked about it openly, saying that, they realize now that can't rest on what they did last year.
Razor Minton able to block a chance right in front of Jeremy Swayman as the Senators get set up here and set up a one-timer from Sanderson, gloved by Swayman for the whistle.
And it's resonated for them. The last couple games have been real good. They're looking to win their third in a row. Back to 500 right now at 4-4-1.
That's part of the reason you have a player like Perron, right? He's been around for 19 seasons. What is happening right now?
I have no idea. Like what? There's so much for the quick face-offs and speeding the game up that they talked about a few years ago, right?
Both teams just kind of milling around by their benches like it was a commercial timeout, and it's not. So they come out to drop the puck to the left of Jeremy Swayman with 6:36 to go in the period. Off the face-off, Senators win it. Zub gives it off to the right side. It'll wind in behind the net. Giroux cutting back toward that far corner. One-on-one battle against Peak. Now cuts back toward the back of the net. On the near side, they'll get it back to Sanderson to the point. Shade off into the far corner. Giroux takes it from there. Brings it out past the top of the face-off circle and sends it back down toward the corner. Zadorov knocks his man down in that far corner, and puck comes back his way off of Pinto's stick. The Bruins can't get moving here. Now behind the net, it'll come to Peak. Off the near wall. Pasternak pushed it to the blue line, but not out. Giroux was there to keep in. Pasta's got it back. Pass threads the needle to get to Geekie, moving up toward the top of the face-off circle, and his blast is smothered by Marilainen for the whistle. And now we'll take a break. 5:49 to go here in the second period. Ottawa 2, Bruins 1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
The Shaws and Star Market Foundation has teamed up with Andrew Peak for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time he or one of his teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative donate to end hunger in our communities. Since it began, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million nationwide, ensuring neighbors have the nutrition they need to thrive. Here with each assist, the foundation will donate $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
He roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HT Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Bruins trail 2-1, 5:49 to go here in the second period in Ottawa. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Great to have you with us for a little Monday night hockey. As puck gets wrapped out of the Ottawa zone here, Lorei settles it under some pressure in the neutral zone. Pasternak picks it up, carries across the line, cutting to the right circle. Got the shot. Marolina made the right pad save. McAvoy pushed it back down toward the corner, but it's Sanderson who gets it there.
Pasternak a little double shift here.
Here's Heller off a long feed, moving into the left wing circle against McAvoy. Gets ridden off of the puck. Corrali finds Lorei behind the net. Lorei trying to push it back near side. It got taken away, and they score. And it's Batherson for his second of the night. And it's 3-1 Ottawa.
Wide open. Right? Just left wide open in front of the net. Batherson's not going to make a mistake there. He's going to go blocker side. I mean, he's point blank. He's almost below the hash marks. Bruins try to get a good chance for Pasternak going up the ice, but come back into Boston zone. You get 3 guys below the goal line, and Ottawa wins the battle. Lorei turned it over there. Nobody can come up with the puck. Husadinov a little late coming in to help, and Batherson's left wide open. He actually overplayed it. He was there to help, but went by Batherson. It's another turnover inside the zone. That one's a little bit more of a forced error turnover, but a turnover nonetheless. And
puck will go out of play here right off of the face-off, so they'll face it off out in the neutral zone again. So 2 on the night, 4 on the season now for Batherson, as Ottawa has opened up a 2-goal lead.
They put Pasternak out there with Corrali and Husadinov, trying to. I'm thinking the line of Giroux, Pinto, and Amadio has been out there against that Lindholm, Pasternak, Geeky line a lot here in this game, and they've been good against them. I mean, Giroux's hit the crossbar. They do have a goal off the rush. But they haven't given the Bruins much in the offensive zone, but with that 3. You said Geeky's got the lone Bruins goal, but it came off a broken line change. He's out there with Corrali and Costello.
Boston trying to get going here as Minton brings in across the line, gives over to Eyssimont from the top of the left circle. His shot is gloved by Marolainen as the net is dislodged behind him. 4:39 left here in the second period. The Bruins find themselves in a position they've been in a number of times this year, down a pair of goals.
Too many times. When you come into the second period at 1-1, you hit the reset button, and Ottawa gets that early goal, and the same issues that plagued them in the first period, to a certain extent, have plagued them again here in the second period. It's been a slog trying to get the puck out of their own zone cleanly.
Yeah. Face-off will be to Marolainen's right. Zacha against Claude Giroux. Senators have won about 60% of the face-off so far tonight, and they win another one around the near side. It'll be carried out of the zone by Shabbat. Through the red line now across the blue. Hands off for Nick Cousins, and his shot goes wide on the short side. And as it ricochets around the far side, it'll go out of play.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face-off will be to the left of Jeremy Swayman. He's faced 14 shots so far in this one. 4 of them here in the
Doesn't
second
it seem
period.
like more?
It does. There's been plenty of attempts down that end. As Middlestat gets a pass across the line here, drops it off. Arvidsson tried to one-time it, snapped his stick in half. Middlestat pursuing into the far corner, able to keep that puck alive. Zaka gets it through some legs here to get it back to Peak at the near point. He throws one to Marilainen, walkered off into the far corner. Zaka back down low to Middlestat. Tried to get it into the middle for Arvidsson. Didn't connect. And the Senators will gain possession and turn up ice. They're moving from right to left here in the second period. Stützle carries across the Boston line. Flips it back towards Zub. From the blue line, he winds it all the way around toward the near side. Peak trying to push it up the wall for Middlestat. Forced back deep by Cousins. Now moving to the far circle with Zetterlund. Chased in behind the net. Comes all the way to the near side circle. Turns back down low. Elias Lindholm in tow. On the near boards, Cousins again played back toward the corner. 3:18 to go here in this period. Around to the far side. Zub goes down into the corner against Pasternak. Brings the puck all the way around to the near side circle. Now stops. Trying to pivot away from Elias Lindholm. On the end boards, Amadio. Backhands one in front, and Pinto didn't get good wood on that shot attempt.
Wrong shift. These guys trying to get off the ice can't do it. Peak and Zadorov still stuck out there.
Amadio just inside the Bruins blue line.
Pasternak and Lindholm as well.
At the back of the net, Lindholm tries to pursue the puck. Comes back around toward the near side. They get it back to the point, and Sanderson with a shot that redirects off into the far corner. Geekie will get it out of the zone. Pasternak chasing into the Ottawa end. Give the Bruins a chance to get some changes on here. Here's Amadio right back. Throws one in front.
The Deer's still out there, though.
Yeah. Off the near wall. It was behind Kastelik. Taken back near the Ottawa blue line by Montempallo. Senators get it back into the Boston zone. Zadorov will retrieve it. 2:12 to go here in the period. Long pass ahead for Husnudinov. Directs it into the Ottawa zone. Trying to get to it first and does. Turning with it, though. Started to slip away from him. Now on the near side boards. Bruins able to finally get that change finish. As Kastelik's pass back toward the blue line gets picked off. Up the left side comes Gregg. Down toward the corner. Tried to turn away from McAvoy. Lost his edge. Corrali gives over to Lohrei, coming out toward his own blue line. Volleys one ahead. Husnudinov chasing into the left wing corner. Senators regain, but as it comes around the near side, Corrali will get it back. McAvoy's shot gets blocked. Came right to Kastelik and tried to center for Husnudinov. It was broken up.
Yeah, that was Clevin. A little desperation, but got the stick down to break that pass up.
McAvoy tried to spring Minton into the offensive zone. Instead, it'll come back toward the near side. Asamont got it toward the corner. Minton brings back along the near wall. Yoki Harju with a one-timer. It's blocked off toward the far side circle. Senators will clear as we tick down toward a minute to go in the period. Puck gets dumped in wide of Swayman. Callahan behind the net. Shoved by Perron. Puck taken, though, by Minton. He'll bring through neutral ice. Yoki Harju jumping up. Here's Asamont. Tried to get it across for Jeannot, but out of his reach. Jeannot's got it back on that far circle now. Tried to go short side against Marilainen, who made the blocker stop. In behind the net. Asamont. Stuffer near post, and Marilainen just got there in time. Yoki Harju's pass bounces away from Callahan and lost it out of the zone. But came right along the blue line. Minton able to win it back and get it in deep and head off on a change. 22 seconds to go in the period. Pass comes careening down the ice towards Swayman. Gives to Peak. Up the right side to Geekie and a dump in. Marilainen goes behind the net. Sends it back around toward the near side. Geekie pinching down the wall with 7 seconds to go in the period. Pasternak trying to dig it free. Puck is frozen against the corner. And that will bring us to the end of the second period. So the Ottawa Senators able to get 2 here in the second from Claude Giroux and Drake Batherson. Batherson's second of the game. And they take a 3-1 lead to the locker room after 40 minutes. We'll be back with our second intermission on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot or 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans of Foxborough, are you ready to tackle cyber threats? IntraSystems, New England's leader in cybersecurity solutions, presents the ultimate defensive front against malware, phishing, and cyber blitzes with Barracuda's XDR solution. Barracuda's XDR solution is relentless, fast, and always keeping threats in check. Contact IntraSystems today to protect your business with the champions of cybersecurity. Remember, a good defense wins championships and keeps your data safe. Access Security Trust. IntraSystems.com.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Rally finds Lorai behind the net. Lorai trying to push it back to the side. It got taken away, and they score. And it's Batherson for his second of the night. And it's 3-1 Ottawa. And that is our score after 2 periods of play up here north of the border. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Said it sometime in that second period, but nothing has looked easy tonight for the Bruins at all.
No, not at all. Even the simplest of plays, just D to D, throw puck D to D behind the net, and it's not on your partner's forehand. It stays up against the dasher there, or puts it in his skates, or a setup breakout that the puck hops over your partner's stick. D to D at the blue line. Hops over somebody's stick. Now you're trying to find it, goes for an icing. It's just, tons of turnovers in the first period. Ottawa's had something to do with it, but there's been some unforced errors as well. And they just really have had a difficult time getting out of their end with any authority, with any speed. 2 goals are directly the result of it. The first goal, which is a power play goal, but the power play occurs because there were turnovers inside the zone, and it ended up being a high stick. Third goal, Lorai tries to make a play. He's trying to make a pass to McAvoy. He's under some pressure there, not quite hard enough, and all of a sudden you get caught with 3 guys down below the goal line because you had possession of the puck. You leave a guy standing, Batherson standing wide open in front of the net. So, I mean, the second one was a bit of a good play through the neutral zone. That was Sanderson making a good backhand pass, and they get a little fortunate. They got Giroux stick tied up, but he has good position going to the top of the crease, and the puck goes off of his skate and in up over the glove of Jeremy Swayman. But yeah, I'm surprised that I don't know if the shot clock's broken or what, because it seems like Ottawa has had more time in that offensive end and more opportunities. They've certainly had the better of the grade A opportunities. There's no question about that. There's not been a lot of them for the Bruins. I mean, how many times have they had a rebound chance? How many times have they had a grade A from the slot chance like Ottawa's having? Drew hit the post on a rebound, or hit the crossbar, I believe, on the rebound. Bathers is standing wide open in between the hash marks. They had another one with Pinto standing wide open, and he just kind of fanned on it. It's been a tough time, and it's been a real challenge for the Bruins to come out of their zone with any authority right now. Yet they're still, I mean, they're down by 2, and you come up with your best period and you chip away at this thing, but because it's been tough for them today in their own zone.
Yeah,
it hasn't been so much the coverage. I mean, that last goal certainly was. It's been puck management. That's what's really plagued them here today.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to think back through from an offense perspective, just to your point. Zacha had that one redirect that Maryland came up with a good save.
Yep. That was in the first period.
Yeah. Pasternak had a decent chance, but not a great, great scoring chance in that second period. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been. But the puck hasn't been in the offensive zone.
When Pasternak's shooting it, it's a good chance. And he made a nice little shift there to his right and tried to shoot back against the grain. Maryland made a good pad save on him, staying with it. But it's one and done when they do have an opportunity. I don't think there's been a rebound chance for the Bruins today, if I'm not mistaken. Not that I can recall.
I'm not remembering any.
Yeah.
I mean, Maryland hasn't been asked to do a whole lot tonight, but he's done the job for a guy who was getting mock cheers early on in the game after giving up a goal on the first shot.
First shot, goal. Since then, he's just done his job, but he hasn't had to be spectacular by any means.
So, if you're in a kind of a rut like this in your defensive zone, how do you get out of it? Like, how do you
Well, I thought that they had some success wrapping the puck around the boards a few times, and they were able to get some pucks out of the zone that way. If you can, it's. Sometimes you're just going to fight the puck, so you try to make an adjustment, bring those wingers, make the battle up a little bit higher in the zone if the defensemen are going to pinch to get that puck out. I just think that having some confidence coming out of their own zone is lacking right now, and when you get caught in there for a while and you turn some pucks over, it snowballs and it gets in your head. Some of it's the forecheck of Ottawa, but some of it's their own doing. Simple plays that we talked about, simple plays that are made to look harder than they should be.
Right.
And more difficult. They're making it more difficult than they should be. So have a little confidence. Get your feet moving while you're making plays instead of kind of standing still trying to make those plays. Get some speed through that neutral zone to push Ottawa back on their heels a little bit. And establish a forecheck.
If you're hearing some cheers in the background, by the way, it's because the Toronto Blue Jays have taken a 3-2 lead and are threatening for more in Game 3 of the World Series
Most
tonight.
people are watching that here tonight. Even the people here in the building, when the play's going on, they show people with their phones out watching the game.
Yeah, they're putting it up on the scoreboard here between periods, and the crowd has been very into it, as they were. I was here last night for a concert. Darius Rucker was playing here last night, and there were Let's Go Blue Jays chants breaking out before and after the concert last night as well. People very
national.
excited about that.
That's the only baseball team in Canada, so.
It's a 3-1 lead here for the Ottawa Senators after 2 periods. Let's get to our music of the game, brought to you by Live Nation. Returns. Run for Your Lives World Tour 2026 at TD Garden September 9th with special guest Megadeth. Get tickets Friday at livenation.com. We're going to check the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Coleman.
It's electric.
Coleman Electric is wasting your time with this commercial. But that's the way it is with advertising. If you're not overweight, with low T and a flooded basement, half these ads aren't for you. Same with this one for Common Electric. We specialize in replacing knob and tube wiring, and you might not even have it. Most people don't even know what it is. Ask a guy if he's going to remove his knob and tube, and he says, "Nah, I can't. My wife wants another kid." No. Let me explain. Many houses around here were built 100 years ago and still have the original wiring. The wires would heat up, so they ran them around little knobs and through tiny tubes and called it knob and tube. But insurance companies call it a stinking fire hazard, and insulation companies won't even call back because they ain't touching it. If you've got knob and tube, join this century and book a free estimate with Coleman Electric to have it replaced. And if you don't have it, sorry we wasted your time. But thanks to your sacrifice, you've helped your knob and tube neighbor. Can I get a tissue? Welling up over here. Kuhlman. Call Coleman.
It's electric.
Ready to rake in the wins this season? Chuck Edel, two-time Circa football winner, will guide you every Saturday at 8:20, joining Kendra and the Over-Under Show, breaking down the weekend's biggest matchups. Cash in and visit chuckwins.com now.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The three-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Winter's coming. Don't get caught in the cold. Book your home heating system health and safety check with Super Service today. Schedule now at superservicetoday.com.
Is your fantasy team slowly becoming a nightmare? Don't just pick your favorite players, pick your favorite numbers. With new Keno games every 3 minutes. It's fast, easy, and just as exciting as watching a game-winning touchdown. Pick and play today. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard, only one other game on the slate tonight. Now late in the third period, Penguins, they have a 6-3 lead over the St. Louis Blues. We do have Monday Night Football currently in action. Just before halftime, Chiefs and Commanders tied at 7. Marcus Mariota with a touchdown in that one. Patrick Mahomes, 2 interceptions so far in the game for them. The Patriots, of course, preparing for their game on Sunday with Atlanta. They got a 32-13 win over Cleveland yesterday. They go for 6 wins in a row. The World Series currently in action right now. It's been a back-and-forth game. Blue Jays now lead 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. In that one, Dodgers had a 2-0 lead to start this one. And, of course, the Celtics currently in action. They have a 65-54 lead. Josh Minot, 11 points and 7 rebounds in the first half. Want more access to the Boston Bruins? Check out Behind the Bee, presented by Ticketmaster at bostonbruins.com/behindthebee for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes content, highlights, and more. Bruins, they trail Ottawa right now 3-1. I'm Joe Murray. The third period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Lowe's knows pros want more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free to get $20 off your first qualifying purchase of $100 or more just for signing up. Plus, enjoy free standard shipping and more ways to save on your next job. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid for new members only. Not valid with any other discount. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/pro loyalty for details. Subject to change.
This is New England Patriots quarterback Josh Dobbs, and Autodesk is the official design and make platform of the New England Patriots. Autodesk is all around us, including here at Gillette Stadium. What fans might not know is that stadiums, buildings, and the new Patriots Training Center were built with the help of Autodesk Construction Cloud software. Autodesk helps the Patriots and the Craft Group bring their construction vision to life.
Autodesk, changing how the world is designed and made. Visit Autodesk.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. This is Boston's home for sports.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
Stolen by Marchand. In the slot, Bergeron shoots, he scores! Patrice Bergeron kissed it off the far post, tucked it in under the bar. 6-2 Bruins. Now Chara, he'll fire it ahead. Pasternak to Marchand, centers to Bergeron, fires, he scores! That's the hat trick for Bergeron, and the Bruins with a 7-4 lead here on Broadway.
And our black and gold flashback, this date in Bruins history, taking us back to this night in 2019. Patrice Bergeron with a hat trick, helping lead the Bruins to a 7-4 win at Madison Square Garden over the New York Rangers. 2 goals, 3 assists in that game for Brad Marchand, and a 5-assist game for David Pasternak as well in that Bruins victory. Well, as we head to the third period here tonight in Ottawa, it's the Senators holding a 3-1 lead over Boston. Bruins actually got on the board first in this one, just 3:06 into the first period, as Morgan Geekie getting an unassisted goal for his 7th of the season, stealing it at the blue line and firing a shot past Levi Merrilainen. But since then, the Senators have rolled off 3 in a row. A power play goal by Drake Batherson, his 3rd of the year from Ridley Gregg and Jake Sanderson at 10:25 of the first. And in the second period, Claude Giroux just a minute 8 in from Amadio and Shane Pinto. Giroux's 2nd of the season put Ottawa up 2-1. And then Batherson again, his 4th of the year from Fabian Zetterlund and Lars Eller at 14:44 as Ottawa up by 2 going into the final 20 minutes. Bruins had a 9-4 shots on goal edge in that second period. 18-14 in their favor for the game, and it doesn't feel like it at all. The attempts are 40 for Ottawa and 36 for the Bruins so far tonight.
No, but I mean, it's the quality of chances that's it's a little disturbing, right? I mean, Batherson wide open in front, point blank on Swayman. I mean, Giroux gets a nice bounce on his goal, but he goes to the net hard. Tell you, it's been Giroux and Pinto taking faceoffs all night against Elias Lindholm. Bruins are getting a penalty for tripping here.
Just 8 seconds into the period. Interference, they're going to call it. But
well, either way, I mean, an avoidable penalty.
It's Zadorov who will take it.
I mean, it's a hook or a trip.
Yeah, reached out with the stick and
call it whatever you want.
Amadio hit the deck.
He's crossing over. And it's so. My point was that the Amadio Pinto Giroux line has been up against that Lindholm line all game. And they've done a terrific job today.
So Ottawa to their third power play of the game, and it wastes no time as Stützle fires one home from the left wing circle. Just 5 seconds into the penalty, and Ottawa makes it 4-1.
Yeah, nothing crazy about this one, right? Face-off win, possession, get that puck up high, move it over to Stützle in the left wing circle, and he's going to fire this puck from just above the dot in the left wing circle, and he rips this puck glove side high on Jeremy Swayman, just inside the post, under the bar. A penalty didn't have to be taken, and a face-off loss.
It'll be the third of the year for Stützle, who's got 6 points in his last 5 games. And the Bruins' hole is even bigger now. 4-1, just underway here in the third period. Bruins get it down into the Ottawa zone, down to our left. Zacha pushed it behind the net. Senators look to clear off the near wall and will not get forced back a little bit.
With Middlestat and Zacha right now.
Puck off the far boards will be hammered into the Bruins zone by Shabbat. Lorai pass to center ice for Zacha. One touched along for Geekie. Steps in across the line. Surrounded by a couple of red sweaters. Zacha and Middlestat trying to dig it free there as well. And it squirts through Callahan and comes back through neutral ice. Reaching for it, Greg tripped up a bit. Has it back. Right circle. One-on-one against Swayman, who made this pad save. Geekie brings the Bruins back to center ice. He'll send it in and head off in a change. Ottawa starting out of their zone. Long pass redirected through neutral ice. Swayman comes out behind the net and plays it on to Callahan. Jeannot from his own blue line. Crossing pass. Skipped off the stick of Jokiharju and out of play.
I mean, when you know, they talk about shooting themselves in the foot. You know, they talk about the unforced errors and some of the things that they're doing right now that, I mean, you know, Zadorf's played well this season, but that's just an avoidable penalty. And they've gotten crushed in the faceoff circle for the most part. Zacha's the only guy winning draws right now for them.
Second time this year, Bruins have given up multiple power play goals in a game. Their penalty kill has gotten a lot of work, but it's been strong in the early part of this season.
Ottawa comes in on a heater with the
That's 5
on the power play.
5 and 2 goals, or in 2 games for them on the power play.
No, less than 2 games right now.
Yeah. They were 3 for 4 against Washington on Saturday. Here's Jeannot moving into the Ottawa zone. Has his shot blocked off into the far corner.
That was a 3-on-2. Nothing developing there. We got Jeannot and Arvidsson out there together right now. So
dump in by McAvoy.
Into the blender they go to find out what the lines are going to be here in this third period.
Try and get something going here. As that puck comes careening through the neutral zone all the way around near side. Lorai will steer it up the left wing side, and it's Husnadina.
Yeah, playing with Pasternak and Lindholm.
Backhand off a skate of Jensen, kick toward the corner. Lorai from the near point will play it along for Pasternak. Brings out toward the blue line, throws it toward the slot. Directed back toward the near circle. Husnadina hands for a cutting Pasternak coming down the left wing side. Throws one across. Is trying to find Pete coming down that right wing circle. Missed him. Now thrown to the net. Ricocheted off of Elias Lindholm and just wide. Back out toward the neutral zone, just outside the blue line. Peak trying to keep it alive, but Senators will regain. Boston goes for a change 3 minutes into the period. 4-1 Senators lead it. Toward the red line and a dump in. Swayman loves it, drops it back into play for Callahan. Asamon and Corrali couldn't get it out. Back around to the far side. Jokiharju. Asamont couldn't tip that out of the zone either. Back it comes again. Callahan will try near side. And a long outlet pass skipped away from Kastelik near center ice. Callahan from the near circle gives Kastelik. Rink wide pass. Asamont chases it off the far wall. Goes into the corner against Shabbat. Try to turn it back toward that far point. Does eventually get there. The directed shot off the stick of Jokiharju comes bouncing around toward the near side. Kastelik couldn't get a handle on it. Thrown back toward the Boston zone by Nick Cousins. Ottawa changing. Zadorov had it stolen by Cousins, but Swayman comes out in front of the net to steer that out of any significant danger. We got a penalty coming against Ottawa. Cousins is hot.
Yeah.
And now we'll get the whistle as the Senators touch the puck.
I think Cousins trying to say Zadorov had a hold of his stick. They're going to call him for holding.
I mean, he was barking at the referee as he headed back up ice. Crowd thinks Cousins is right. He might have a case here.
Oh, yeah. Boy, you talk about nothing there. That referee's looking right at it. Well, it's not like he's blocked out. I mean, he's got a good look at it. It didn't look like anything. Cousins threw his stick, slammed the door. Travis Green, he's got a look on his face like, where's the hold? Where's the penalty?
Right. So we get the Bruins their first power play chance of the night.
If anything, Zadorov might have had a hold of his, just chicken winged his stick a little bit, but I didn't see it. Well, take advantage.
Face-off win by Zacha. Back to McAvoy at the point. Gives to Pasternak. Back to McAvoy for a one-timer. And the pad stopped by Marilainen. Out of the far corner. Pasternak will pull it from a pile. McAvoy gives to Geekie near the left wing circle. Tried to give it towards Zacha. Got through him. McAvoy got tripped up out near the blue line as the puck gets shot all the way down ice.
You see, like, Cousins upset, right? It's 200 feet from your net. You're up 4-1. Don't give the Bruins any life. And they haven't taken a penalty yet in this game.
McAvoy in the neutral zone tried to reverse it back. Giroux got a piece of it. Now Stützle coming down the left wing circle. Wide angle shot. Denied by Swayman. Zacha to Pasternak, and they break out. Coming up towards center ice. Wheels and gets the pass over to Elias Lindholm. Now Geekie on that right wing side. Held against the boards by Giroux. Lindholm pursuing it toward the end wall. Geekie gets involved as well as they get tangled up back there with a couple of Senators. Zacha trying to reach in and get that puck. Geekie finally got it free. Zacha trying to get it back to McAvoy, but it's picked off, and it'll be cleared all the way back down with 44 to go on the power play. Lohrei picks it up behind Swayman. Lohrei going to skate it all the way up towards center ice. Deals back to Arvidsson. He'll come through center. On the left side, Pasternak backhands a pass all the way across the Jokiharju far side. Center blue line for Lohrei. Toward the left circle for Pasternak. Bounced off his stick. Trying to keep alive now, and instead it'll go back down to Swayman.
Everything's slow. Everything's slow.
13 seconds left on the power play. Lohrei coming out into neutral ice. Arvidsson on the delay. Here's Middlestat. He lost it coming through center ice. And the Senators coming back shorthanded. Lohrei able to regain, though, as he picked Pinto's pocket. Power play comes to an end, and as Dylan Cousins steps out of the box, he ran headlong into Asimon, who was bringing the puck ahead. That forces the play offside at the Ottawa line. 13 minutes and 41 seconds to go here in the third period. It's Ottawa 4 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Hey, it's Brian Davis, Executive Vice President for Blue Sky Restoration. I'm just so proud of our impressive growth. I want to thank all of our clients for trusting Blue Sky with your property damage. Visit gobluesky.com, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Hit a home run with Cambridge Savings Bank's Small Business Services. With a wide range of products and personalized support, they've got the winning strategy for you. Visit CambridgeSavings.com.
Veterinary Urgent Care Center has 8 locations in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, offering compassionate, convenient, high-quality care 7 days a week. Walk in or book an appointment at veturgentcare.com.
Hey everybody, it's Hardy. Have you called Revise yet? With the cooler months coming, now's the perfect time to call Revise. Revise is a Mass Save home performance contractor. What does that mean? They'll come out to your home for a no-cost Mass Save home energy assessment. They'll check out your heating system and your insulation levels to make sure you're nice and comfortable at home for the football season. Call 800-885-SAVE or visit callrevise.com to schedule your no-cost Mass Save home energy assessment today. That's callrevise.com.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
And all throughout the season, the Shawson Star Market Foundation donates $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity for every Bruins assist. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. 13:41 to play here, and the Bruins trailing 4-1.
I mentioned only one other game in the NHL tonight. Pittsburgh took it to St. Louis 6-3 the final. Crosby with 3 points in that game. Now 1,700 points for his career.
Wow. Pittsburgh.
Only 9 players have done it.
And Pittsburgh, we mentioned in the pregame show, on a tear to start the season. A team that not much expected out of, but...
Well, Malkin's been motivated. He's got a 7-game point streak for him. But Crosby, 1,700 points. You know, only 3 players have done it with the same franchise, which is interesting. And one of them is the guy that owns the Penguins.
Yeah, his boss.
Or was owner of the Penguins, right? Part owner of the Penguins.
Puck will be brought around toward the near side boards, and Callahan fires it toward Marilainen. Was going wide. Marilainen reaches out and stabs it with a glove and hangs on.
Any guesses who the other 2 would be?
With one franchise.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Gretzky, Yager,
right.
Messier, Ronnie Francis, they all played for multiple teams, right? Marcel Dion's in that list.
Chew on that one for a second. It's off the face-off. Senators gain possession. Amadio coming to center ice, picked up from behind by Pasternak, but Senators have it with Zub to dump it in all the way around to the far side. Zadorov got it out toward the blue line, but steered right back around behind Swayman. McAvoy toward the near side boards. Amadio. Now Giroux stepping toward the side of the net. Got ridden wide by McAvoy. Tried to get it back out in front. Taken away. Zadorov moves it out into neutral ice. Lindholm will bring back across the line. Lindholm toward the far corner. Tried to give it off for Pasternak. Knocked out of the zone. And Kusnedinov out there with that pair right now as Pasternak wheels it back into the Ottawa zone. Throws one in front. Deflected a couple of times. Kusnedinov backhanded in front. Kicked off the leg of Charlie McAvoy and into the near corner. Kusnedinov again with it. Brings it out toward the blue line and turns. Gives to Laura. Down the right wing wall. And around behind the net comes Andrew Pete. Hands it off to Pasternak, cutting back down low. Luck on his backhand as he goes to the far circle. Deflected puck gets back to Lorai. And loose along that far side. Stützle had taken a tumble, was trying to play it from the belly, and comes back across to Pete, and his long shot is gobbled up with a glove by Marilainen for the whistle.
He's come a long way since that mock cheer when he made his first save of the game.
And they're actually cheering him with 11:55 to go.
I mean, the Bruins have made his life easy the other day, really. I mean, you look at shot quantity versus shot quality, it's not even close. I mean, he gets a good look at this. Sees this shot all the way in. Pete gets the wrist shot, trying to go high glove, but Marilainen makes a pretty routine save there with the glove. Make sure there's no rebound.
Puck rattled around behind Marilainen toward the far corner. Jensen played it up the boards, and that's going to jump out of play. All right, so have an answer for our trivia question here? I'm struggling to come up with. There aren't too many players who spend their entire careers with one franchise anymore.
That's right. Well, I mean, one guy might be the 4th leading all-time scorer, and the other guy is number 7.
Brought through the neutral zone here and dumped back into the Boston zone. That's going to be an offside again.
offside or icing. I believe icing.
Icing?
Yeah, so...
Okay, just shy of the red line.
Both of them, ironically enough, are with the same franchise, but in very different eras. So...
Face off in the offensive zone here. False start. Everybody getting reset. Kastelik will take it. Controlled by Jensen, stepping in behind the net. Long pass up the near side and directed deep by Perron. McAvoy plays it out from behind the Bruins net. Zadorov finds Corrali coming out into neutral ice. Carries it across the line, takes a shot from the left circle, and that is scooped up. And we get a little pushing and shoving breaking out in front of the net between Kastelik and Dylan Cousins. Draws a bit of a gathering.
Yeah, so one guy played for a second team, but he did it all with one team. That's Gordie Howe. He did it all with Detroit.
Gotcha. Okay, so that was confusing me a little bit.
No, he got it with Detroit.
Right.
Another guy for Detroit.
Another guy for Detroit that had 1,700 points with the Detroit Red Wings. Why am I blanking on this?
I don't know. This one's he's still involved in hockey in a very big way.
Oh, Stevie Watt?
Yes.
There you go.
Their general manager.
You're right. Two very different eras. As Zadorov will play it around behind the net here. At the back of the net, trying to get it in front, Zaka. And Marilainen dives on top of that along the near post.
And then Mario Lemieux.
Right, you had mentioned.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit when you were gone. Ken Hodge and I talked a little bit about Crosby as he was getting close to that milestone, yet another one. I give him a lot of credit for wanting to stick it out in Pittsburgh at this stage in his career.
Yeah, there were a lot of rumors there, right? A lot of rumors saying, is he going to ask out?
Stutzla takes a tumble coming to the Boston zone. They're going to call that a penalty. Charlie McAvoy will disagree. So Ottawa will go back to the power play where they're already 2 for 3 tonight.
No one's owning up to this one, though. Nobody's going to the box.
They didn't give a number either when they made the announcement.
It is McAvoy. Stutzla has the reputation of flopping once in a while and embellishing, but that was a trip. He's trying to cross over, stick gets in on him. They're trying to figure out who should go to the box, though. It was McAvoy's stick that was in on him.
Charlie knows. I mean, he didn't go onto the bench. He was standing near the door, but waiting for the officials to come over and make it official. So with a 4-1 lead, Ottawa to the power play with 10:42 to go.
Yeah, his stick is right in between the legs, and Stutzla's trying to cross over.
Senators win the face-off, and they'll get set up here. Dylan Cousins near the top of the face-off circle. Passed it and got it right back from Greg. Now to the center of the blue line, and a shot redirected in front. They score. And it's Stutzla who will get the deflection on that, make it 5-1. Third power play goal of the night for Ottawa for the second straight game.
Yeah, back-to-back games exactly for the Ottawa Senators. And it's just puck possession off the face-off, which they've had most of the night. And it's going to be a wrist shot from the blue line. Stutzla's the high tip. He's standing in between the hash marks. He's also got a body down and around the front of the net. And he just tips this puck from, I don't know, knee high, thigh high. Redirects, and pretty simple game, right? Sanderson get the shot through, and the high tip that time. Starts with the puck possession.
So 2 power play goals for Stutzla here in the third period. He had scored just 13 seconds in on the man advantage. Puck gets dumped in towards Swayman.
Yeah, it hit the end of the bench on the Bruins bench there.
Below the plate dead with 10:19 to go. 5-1, Ottawa leads it. Sanderson and Batherson will get the assists, or got the assists on the first goal of the period. So for the first time this year, Bruins have surrendered 3 power play goals. Face it off again at center ice here. And the Senators will come away with that. Swept back into their own zone. Hammered up off the glass near side by Montemapalo. Comes careening all the way down towards Swayman. And that will be an icing here against the Senators. It'll be Sanderson and Cousins who get the assists on this power play goal at 9:33. 12 goals in 2 games for the Senators here over the last 3 days. After that 7-1 win over Washington on the road on Saturday. Still 10 minutes plus to go. Off the draw, Lohrei from the center of the blue line. Passed off to the near side circle. Pasternak will carry out toward the blue line. Shoots it wide of the net. Off the near wall, it'll be backhanded down low. Usnadinov peels off the near boards with it. Comes in behind the net. All the way to the far circle. Tried to center for Pasternak. Kicked right back to him. Lohrei now with the right point. Pasternak backhands toward Peak near side. Lohrei, Pasternak coming through the high slot. Cuts back toward his backhand. Now gives back to Peak. Takes a shot. And that one blocked on its way through. Lars Eller will push it up off the glass and comes bouncing back toward Boston territory. The wave off icing.
Andrew Peak slowed up a little bit going back for that puck.
He's got the puck on his stick with 9:20 to play. Lohrei, long pass across the ice. Angle bounce behind off Pasternak off the far board. Senators use the opportunity to come back on the rush. Amadio from behind the net, try to get it out in front for Giroux. But in traffic, Bruins come away with it with Minton. Walking his way out towards center ice. Left side pass for Jeannot. He gets hit hard in the corner by Zub. Jeannot, puck back to him. Callahan from the near side. Jokiharju far side. He'll step down toward the far corner. Pokes the puck in behind the net. Jeannot trying to center, but taken away there by Amadio. And the Senators, at the end of a shift, will go for a change. A glove down and brought back into the Boston zone here by Batherson. Callahan from the near corner off a feed from Jokiharju. Helped out of the zone by Arvidsson. Carried right back in by Nick Cousins. In the near corner, Jokiharju will play it back up the wall. Jensen waiting for it and will send it right back down in behind Swayman with 8:10 to play. Batherson turns with it in front, and Stützle bidding for the hat trick. Swayman was there. They try to get it to Stützle again on that far circle. That time surrounded by a couple of Bruins. Callahan in front of the net. Had it knocked off his stick. Jensen throws it back in front. Ricochets into the far corner, and Jokiharju will just play it up and out of the zone. Jensen gloves it right back down onto his stick. Here's Stützle coming down the right circle. A shot. Blocker saved by Swayman, and on the rebound they score. And it's Nick Cousins who makes it 6-1.
Yeah, shot taken from the right side. It's blockered away. Up into the air, comes down. There's 5 white jerseys around this. Cousins the only guy that can find it and slam it home on a rebound chance. The puck flipped out of the zone. Jensen gets the thing going back the other way. Stützle takes the shot. 4 white jerseys right there. People, you know, you look, you'll say, well, Swayman let 6 in. And you know what? He hasn't been the answer here today. But man, have they been just poor in front of him.
He hasn't been the answer, but he hasn't been the problem either. As a shot here by Zadorov angled off into the far corner. Kastelik out near the blue line, throws one to the net. We get another penalty coming out.
It's going to be McAvoy for goalie interference.
Merrilainen getting back to his skates. So with 7:17 to play. Ottawa with a 6-1 lead and a power play coming up here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 Ridgeline, 2026 Passport, or 2026 CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
We've all seen them. Drivers who are looking at their phones. Is there anything more crazy? It's like they're asking to be in an accident. And why are they even on their phones? To find better car insurance? That's easy. Just pull over and talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you benefit from great coverage and great value. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Champions play here, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Charlie McAvoy is whistled for goaltender interference, so Ottawa back to the power play.
It was an inadvertent kind of elbow to the head. He had his back to him, and he's getting kind of pushed through the crease a little bit, and I think Maryland helped sell that thing, but the way he went down. But he did catch. McAvoy was spinning to watch the shot and caught him on the side of the mask.
So Ottawa 3 out of 4 on the power play tonight. Gets another chance here, already up 6-1 with 7:17 left. Off the faceoffs, Zadorov will shoot it out of the near corner and just does get out of the zone. In the neutral ice, Shabbat chased back into his own end here by Corrallin. Senators moving from left to right. Giroux deals a pass off to the near side for Eller, just inside the Boston line. Over to the far side, a one-timer, they score. Zetterlund from the top of the left circle, and it's 7-1.
Same spot. Same spot that Sousa scored from. A bomb by Zetterlund. 4th power play goal given up by the Bruins today. Giroux makes this pass into the zone. Good entry. Then they just set up shop, and I mean, it's work it back to Shabbat. Shabbat put it over on a tee there for Zetterlund in the left wing circle, and puck just hammered home from the top of the left wing circle.
Seven power play goals in 2 games for Ottawa.
That puck knuckled. Oh. Went right off the bottom of the blocker there of Swayman. It knuckled.
Bruins had given up 5 power play goals this season in 10 games, and they've given up 4 tonight. 6:38 left, and it's 7-1. Puck inside the offensive zone here. Arvidsson pivots down low and comes behind the net. Deals it back to Callahan, the left point. Zetterlund blocks that. Going back toward the Boston zone. Jokiharju and Callahan come back to retrieve.
It's a humbling game, right? You hear players and coaches talk about that. Humbling game. You feel good about yourself after the win against Colorado. And then you come out and you get it handed to you here today. It's
Eller giving to a cutting Shabbat, throws one towards Swayman, who gloves it.
And it's not going to get any easier tomorrow. The Islanders are sitting there waiting for it.
Haven't played since Saturday.
Haven't played since Saturday. They're sitting there waiting for you. Late game here today. I'll play the Who's the manager of the Dodgers? Is it Dave Roberts, right? Play the Dave Roberts card, the customs thing and everything else. You got to go through customs. Takes a little longer. One good thing is everybody's leaving. You get out of here a little
Traffic
quicker.
shouldn't be bad. They're all going home to watch the rest of the World Series game. Defensive zone face-off here.
It's a humbling game.
Off the draw, Peak's got it from the far corner, lobs it out to center ice, batted down with a high stick by Pinto, and that'll draw a whistle and a timeout. With 5:56 to go, 7-1 Ottawa leads on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. But try picking your fave from all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
5:56 left in the third period. Ottawa 7, Bruins 1. Got to pick out an electric play tonight for the Bruins. It's Geeky's goal, the only one they've got tonight. Delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. The electrical contractors get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Face off at center ice, controlled by Ottawa. Off the far boards, it'll be swept into the Bruins zone and around behind Swayman. Far corner, Peak try to push it up the wall, cut off by Amadio. Back down deep it comes. Giroux brings it around toward the near circle. Back in behind for Amadio. Angles it off the boards, and the one-timer from out at the point by Sanderson. Swayman makes the glove save and hangs on.
And it's hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face-off will be to Swayman's right. Ottawa has scored these 7 goals on 24 shots tonight. Kastelik tripped up Eller in the far corner. Eller able to maintain possession, coming around toward the near side. Wrapped back in deep by Montempalo. Pinches down the wall now, and Kastelik takes away. Brings it out through the neutral zone. Swings a left wing pass to Asimov. Shot steered aside by Marilainen. Long rebound, and Jokiharju threw that one back into traffic in front. Senators will clear the zone as Eller plays it toward the Boston line. And able to get there first with Zetterlund. On the end boards. Puck came free to Callahan. Corrali. Hit into the middle here for Callahan. Stepping toward the left side as he dumps in from the red line. Bruins went for a change. 4:40 left in this one. Peak backhanded around toward the near side. And Middlestat will drop it back behind the net. Lohrei. Far corner. Lifted high up into the air out towards center. Middlestat will play it into the right wing circle. Geeky in pursuit from an impossible angle. Threw one at the net. Marilainen Patted that one away. Chabot turning back inside his own zone with 4:10 to go. Senators trying to get it into the zone here, and Eller ends up putting himself offside.
Yeah, it is thinned out here quickly. It's not like people can go to the bars around the arena, though.
Not a lot around.
There's not a lot around here. And they broke ground, right? They have not broken ground. There was a ceremony. We're talking to our engineer here in the booth, Ottawa resident. They have not broken ground. Okay, shovels are not in the ground yet. So we don't know when this thing will be built, but supposedly it's going to be built close to downtown.
They do own the land now, from what we understand. So the puck comes around through the slot in the Ottawa zone. Laid out toward the blue line. Zadorov backhands it toward the near side. Minton down low for Arvidsson. And it'll come back across toward the far side. Race for it out near the blue line. McAvoy kept it alive. Jeannot sends to Minton in the slot, and his shot gets blocked up out of play off of Cleven.
Minton might have had one of the best chances for the Bruins here today. That drive to the net.
Yeah.
You know, from the left wing side. It was shorthanded. Way back in the first period. You know, you get Geeky's goal. Carolina's had an easy night of it.
Face off inside the Ottawa zone. Puck goes down along the end boards. Comes around near side courtesy of Zub.
Second time this year they've given up 7.
Callahan back in the near
Second
corner.
or third time.
But they've given up 7 goals?
Yeah.
Anaheim was 1.
Yeah. You were 7 on the road trip?
Gave up 6 to Vegas.
Vegas, okay, 6.
It was a 6-5 game.
Couldn't remember there was an empty netter in there or not.
I was just looking back here as Pasternak sends one through the slot that gets redirected off toward that far side. Just looking back toward last year.
Well, second time in the last 3 games they've allowed 7.
Right. As Lorai whistles one through the slot. Gave up 8 twice last year and 7 3 times. Lorai gets it back in across the blue line here and off the end wall. Elias Lindholm in pursuit. Able to get it on his stick briefly, but then lost the stick out of his hands. Asamont back of the net to Pasternak. Off the far boards and back to the point. 2:20 to play. Lorai throws one on goal. Carolina with the blocker sends it off toward the near side. Bruins changing back up ice as Senators regain possession. Zub around the near side. Kastelik just on, able to bat that away from Pinto. Asamont trying to center and a chance in front for Kastelik. And Carolina going to cover that up with 2:02 to play.
I mean, this whole searching starts again. I mean, it hit its max after that. After the second game of the road trip against Colorado. And they had a better performance against Utah. They still came out with a loss. Looking in the mirror will continue again here after today. I mean, it's not like, unless you're reaching down to Providence, there's not a lot of options for you right now.
Well, and Marco Sturm said that over the weekend. He was asked after that Anaheim game about potential changes that he could make, and he chuckled and he said, there's really not that much that I can do at this point. It's basically sending the message that it's got to come from the guys that are in the room. The cavalry is not around the corner here. Minute 54 to go in this one. We got another face-off in the offensive zone. Off the draw. Riley pulled it back between his legs. Asamont tried to shoot, but that was blocked, and it'll be cleared out into neutral ice. Eller dumps one towards Swayman, who sticked it off toward the near corner. Around to the far side. Asamont will get to it first. Steers a long pass up the right side, deflected ahead by Kastelik, who turns and goes for a change as we hit 90 seconds to play. Through the neutral zone, Montempalo gets all the way inside the Boston line, then turns it over in front. Jokiharju will play it back through center. Corrali from the red line to the blue, and that's going to be offside. So you take one on the chin like this, is it good to get right back at it tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Not have to sit on this for a while?
Yeah. Well, the schedule now, you don't have time to sit on anything.
No,
you
there's 4 games in 6 days starting tonight.
I mean, there's a big difference though between the burn the tape and park it and get ready for the next one, and trying to learn from some of your mistakes. And we're seeing a lot of the same mistakes and just the coverage. And today was mismanagement of pucks, and then they got into penalty trouble with some avoidable penalties here in this third period, especially when the game was still 3-1. They took a penalty right off the bat.
Right.
An avoidable penalty right first shift of the third period.
5 seconds into the period.
And the puck's in the back of the net.
Merrill froze it with 54.6 to go. Puck controlled here by Ottawa off the faceoff. Puck volleyed out towards center ice, gloved down by Jokiharju, and that's going to be a hand pass.
You better figure out this team pretty quick, because you got them next. You got them in a week or two, and then you got them back here again in November.
Twice in the next 2 weeks. They will be at home on November the 6th, which is next Thursday, I believe, and then a week later we're back here in Ottawa. Fourth and final meeting of the year will be on December the 21st. We play them 4 times before Christmas. Look down into the near corner of the Bruins zone. Jokiharju tried to wrap it behind the net. Got blocked there by Zetterlund. Off the far boards and back to the point. Klevin, a one-timer that went wide. 27 seconds to go as the puck goes back around to that far circle. Arvidsson, Jokiharju, and behind the net for Callahan. Few remaining fans here in Ottawa start to make some more noise. They've had a lot to cheer about tonight as Arvidsson fires and scores with 9.7 seconds to go. Arvidsson gets his second as a Bruin, cuts it back to 7-2.
Yeah, good pass there from Minton on the left wing side, or Jeannot makes this pass to Arvidsson from the left wing into the middle. Arvidsson kind of turns, fires. Good to see him get on the board, second straight game, but unfortunately a meaningless goal otherwise. That was a pass from Minton.
Yep.
They're looking at, are they looking at offside? Come on, guys, there's 9.7 seconds to go.
It's either 7-1 or 7-2. I mean, they're going to go to a review.
Well, reviews are automatic.
Right.
I think it's an offside review. I thought it might have been offside when it first happened. This challenge comes from Toronto. It does not come from Travis Green and the Ottawa Senators. And if it's this late in the game, any challenge comes from Toronto.
Right wing may have been offside there by
the goal scorer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's close, but
can't see Minton skates from the angle we're looking at right now.
Right. Yeah, the puck left Jeannot's stick, headed over toward Minton.
I think it's onside based on the replay that I've seen. Jeannot doesn't put himself off.
No, I think Minton's on. If it's offside, it's Arvidsson by a hair.
Right.
Get an angle right down the blue line, and just it's pretty inconclusive there. I mean,
hey, Toronto. If it's really close, it's a meaningless goal. I know you want to get it right, but
they only had 2 games tonight. They've been
this is the only game going on now.
Yeah. You'd think they'd want to go watch the end of the World Series game over there in Toronto, but
if it's this close, it's a goal. Move on. If it's obvious, then it's obvious,
right.
Then it's no goal. But
I mean, that's always been my contention with replay in every sport, is if it takes you several minutes to try to make a decision, then it's not clear and obvious.
Yeah, and to
Just
be
stick
clear,
with the call.
this is not the Senators challenging this.
Right.
Islanders are happy.
They have made a decision. So,
after review, the play was deemed to be a good goal.
okay. So Arvidsson's goal holds up. Fraser Minton, Tanner Jeannot will get the assists.
Yeah, Ottawa showing a couple different angles on the Jumbotron. The Jumbotron operation people showed evidence of Arvidsson being offside.
There's no penalty on the play?
Well, if you challenge and
because it would've been-
unsuccessful,
right.
but there's no penalty because
Right,
they didn't
wasn't a
challenge.
yeah. Callahan dumps one in, hits the outside of the net, and last chance by Jeannot goes wide. So the final score will be 7-2 as the fans in Ottawa celebrate their third straight win, and the Bruins unable to carry any momentum forward from that win over Colorado on Saturday. Take one on the chin here tonight. Back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living...
Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Bruins.
Good news, homeowners. Over the last 5 years, home